As we return to Mount Pleasant here from the road trip on Florida, a clash between two of the top 10 teams in the nation awaits in the confines of Martin Ice Arena as the Chips look to get back to their winning ways here on home ice as they meet the Trine University Thunder, who are on a 6-game win streak led by their dominant goal scorer, Matthew Bradley. It's the Central Michigan Chippewas and the Trine University Thunder. Hello everybody, welcome here in Martin Ice Arena. I'm Devin Serra, joined with Reagan Cleves, and we're getting set, Reagan, for a huge weekend series for the number 4 and number 10 teams in the nation, Central Michigan and Trine. And this is a big game for Central Michigan, but an even bigger stretch of games coming up as they will play after this weekend series 6 games in just 9 days, Reagan.
Yeah, next weekend the Chippewas will play Oakland in a 2-game set, home and home, before in the middle of the next week playing Michigan on a Tuesday-Thursday set before closing out the season on that Friday and Saturday against Lawrence Tech. It's going to be a tough stretch for the Chippewas. They've got to lean on their guys who don't get a ton of ice time, hope they play well and step up when the moment comes.
Absolutely, Reagan, and we'll get to those shortened lines and the scratches in a little bit. First, we'll take you all the way back to January 22nd in the second game against Florida Gulf Coast back in Estero, Florida. We'll start with the first period. The Chippewas had another rough first period, allowing the first goal for the 5th straight game in just the first 2 minutes, as it was Matthew Briggs from Samuel Haley scoring 1:44 into the game to score on the power play.
Fires a shot, save the rebound, but they score! Another power play goal. That one right on the rebound. It's Matthew Briggs potting it home. And at 1:50 for the opening period, the Eagles strike first.
Yeah, that play started with Robert Nussbaum going blue line, starting with the shot to top of the left circle, just one from the block on the side of the rope. Not able to handle the rebound. It was Matthew Briggs sending it home right there for Florida Gulf Coast. Matthew Briggs scoring his 8th of the season. The rookie from Clayton, New York, getting on the board. And just like last night, Florida Gulf Coast gets their first power play successful on the board. It's 1-0. That goal from Matthew Briggs would mark the second straight game in which the first goal was scored on the power play for the Eagles, and just continuing the woes in that first period for the Chippewas, it would result in a 1-0 game. Official shot totals would be 24-7, absolutely lopsided in favor of Florida Gulf Coast. They would go 1 for 3 on the power play. The Chippewas would go 0 for 1 on their only attempt of the first period. Moving on to the second, just 1:09 into the second period again early, it would be Briggs' second goal, scored from Samuel Haley and Pettingill. Haley getting his second assist of the night and Pettingill his first.
A pass intercepted and ahead. Here's Skylar Pettingill, the leading goal scorer, down the left side. Fires a shot. Rofe made the save. Thought he had it in his glove, but he didn't. There's a shot. They score. That was Matthew Briggs, his second of the game. After Rofe thought he made the save on Skylar Pettingill, it laid in front of him. Chippewas tried to clear it. It was right onto the stick of Briggs, and he fired it home from the left circle, just outside of the slot. It's 2-0 Florida Gulf Coast.
This play starts in the Chippewas zone after once again allowing the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles to get time and space. Saw a stretch pass to center ice and had a breakdown chance. Rope hit first off with the glove, didn't have the control of it, was loose in front. It allowed Matthew Briggs to just come in there after the puck floating around in front of the crease and bang it home past the rope. And that is something that the Chippewas have struggled so mightily with to do because of their defense. We're going to let up here. Briggs would continue his absolute tear into the Chippewas, scoring just 3 minutes later to get the hat trick on a feed from Skylar Pettingill and Samuel Haley. The second leading goal scorer for the Eagles would put him up 3-0.
Left circle. Spin around pass in front. It was intercepted there by Matthew Briggs. Playing up the boards near side. Here's Pettingill across that line. Fitting it across the base. Briggs a shot. He scores. Beautiful passing there. It was Pettingill to Briggs. Briggs the hat trick here before we've hit the halfway point of this hockey game. 3-0 in favor of Florida Gulf Coast. Briggs getting his third goal of the night on a beautiful pass there from Pettingill.
Turnover over the Chips zone blue line. Starts off the breakout with the enormous speed from Pettingill and Briggs to allow Briggs to get the one-timer feed from Pettingill, getting it to left side over Thomas Rope to get this hat trick. Took
Briggs' third goal of the night. Things were looking pretty darn bleak for Central Michigan, but just over the halfway point of that second period, Andrew Porzondik won a race to a loose puck in the right wing on the right wing half wall and worked in, scoring a controversial goal to pull the Chippewas back within 2. Win the draw, play it up the ice. Here's Porzondik in behind the defense, and on Styles' backhand shot. Is that in? It is! Andrew Porzondik breaks the net for the Chippewas. No. A great hustle there by Porzondik. The referee pointed emphatically at the net. It is in. Porzondik's the only one that saw it initially, and the Chippewas are on the board. Porzondik, that is his 7th of the campaign. Chippewas back within 2.
Porzondik won the race back to the puck after it took it all the way back down to the Eagles' zone, beating out the defense and going forehand, backhand, and squeezing it just barely past the left side of the goaltender Styles. Porzondik using his speed to his advantage, and something the Chippewas absolutely needed. And we talked about effort right there. Andrew Porzondik, you get a...
Both teams went to the locker room with Florida Gulf Coast leading by 2 at the end of 40 minutes. Shots on goal in that second period, again in Florida Gulf Coast favor, 17-10. Power plays, both of them went scoreless. Chippewas went 0 for 1 in that middle frame, and Florida Gulf Coast went 0 for 2. Just over halfway through that third period of play, the Chippewas, for the second time in 3 games, a Chippewa got his first goal of the first career ACHA goal as Julian Johnson fired home a beauty from the slot. Got a shot, score! Julian Johnson, his first goal in ACA, in his ACHA career, ripped it past the blocker of Nicholas Styles. The Chippewas are back within 1.
What a job by Owen Campbell in the 40-off close end to keep the play alive after Pettigrew, or rather, Rowe came out of the box. He got back out, and Owen Campbell pushed over the blue line and got it in front for the new guy, Julian Johnson, to absolutely wrist it home, blocker side on the goaltender Styles. And even though they didn't score on the 5-on-3 or 5-on-4 penalty, they get back within 1 with 7:03 to go in this game.
With the hockey.
And what a call from my broadcast partner, Reagan Cleves, in that game. But it wouldn't be enough for the Chippewas to come back, as the final score would result in a 2-3 loss for the Chippewas. At the end of the game, Jordan Cooper would get in an altercation with the referee, which will lead to his 1-game suspension here tonight after being assessed an abuse of officials. Final shot totals in that game, 64-38 in favor of Florida Gulf Coast. For the 7th time this season, the Eagles have outshot their opponents by 50+, or at least shot 50+, and outshot their opponents in 11 games this season. The Chippewas have only outshot their opponents 9 times in games this season. Official power play numbers: 0 for 5 with the Chippewas, continuing their woes. 1 for 6 for Florida Gulf Coast. Now time to look around our MCHC East standings. Well, we'll start with games played, overall record, and then we'll go to conference wins, losses, overtime losses, and ties. And we start with the Lawrence Tech University Blue Devils. Through 20 games played, they sit with 13 wins, 5 losses, and just 2 ties. In conference play, they have 8 wins and only 2 ties overall for a total of 18 total points. Lawrence Tech absolutely on a tear right now in the MCHC East, looking like to be the number 1 seed going into the tournament. For second place, Saginaw Valley State comes in 18 games played, 10 wins, 5 losses, 1 tie, or 1 overtime loss, and 2 total ties. And in conference play, they are 5, 4, 1, and 2 with 13 total points, 5 behind the Blue Devils. In third place, Adrian Bulldogs, 20 games played, 10 wins, 8 losses, and 2 total ties. They sit with 5 wins, 4 losses, and 1 total tie in conference play. Good enough for 11 points, just 2 behind Saginaw Valley State. In fourth place, the Michigan Wolverines of Ann Arbor, 15 games played, 7 wins, 5 losses, 1 overtime loss, and 2 ties. And through conference play, they sit with 3 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. University of Michigan getting better absolutely later in the season after their rough start early, where they lost 3 of their first 4 games, coming back in the MCH standings to leapfrog the Chippewas, who now sit in 5th place. The Chippewas come into tonight, 15 total games played, 9 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties. And in conference play, they are 3 wins, 2 losses, and 1 total tie. That tie come against Calvin University earlier this season. To round out your MCHC East standings, Oakland University in 6th place with a 5-15-1-1 record, and they are 1-6-1 in conference play, and University of Michigan Flynn winless on the season. So take a closer look at the teams on the ice behind me for warm-ups here, getting off just about now to go to the locker room. Central Michigan with 19 total points, 26th overall in ACHA Division 3. They have 7 points in the MCHC East, 4-1-3 on the road this season, but 8-1-0-2 in their last 10, including the win over GU on October 16th. As for Trine University, they sit with 15 wins and 7 losses over on the season, 28 total points, 8th overall in the ACHA Division 3, and they are 2nd place in the Indiana Collegiate Hockey Conference behind the Miami University Redhawks, and they are on a 6-game win streak, 7-3 in their last 10. Their last single game came in a 10-3 rout of Butler University, in which Wyatt Gottschalk had 2 goals and 1 assist. Adam Houtman had 2 goals as well in that game, and they've scored 5+ goals in 5 of these contests, reaching double digits 3 times already this season. As for the series history, Central Michigan won the last meeting between these teams on March 20th of last season in a 3-1 win. They also took the weekend series, winning the last 2 meetings. Overall, since 2017-2018, Central Michigan leads this series with 5 wins and 1 loss. The only other time Trine won against the Chippewas was in an absolute firework barn burner and an 8-7 victory on January 26th of 2019, 3 years ago. In that game, Dalton Sutherland was the leading scorer for the Chippewas and now sits behind the bench with assistant coach Tyler Koth and head coach Tyler Cataline. As for the scratches for tonight, Central Michigan will be without 3 of their top defensemen, and Charlie Hayes, Kyle Chapman, and Austin Whaley. They will also be missing at forward Keegan Moore as well as Jordan Cooper, serving that 1-game suspension. Darsh Kasha with the torn ACL out, as well as for the goaltenders Joel Drucker and Lauren Jones. On the Trine University side, it'll be assistant captain Chris Hayes out, along with Trevor McKinnon, as well as Michael Wuros, Takeshi Alvarez, and Jackson Mayer. And now we'll get to our players to watch, presented by CMHIceHockey.com. On the Central Michigan side, it'll be Isaac Gibbs. Through 15 games played, has 11 wins, 8 losses, 11 goals, 8 assists, and 19 total points. We're talking about games here. And he scored 2 goals in the tie against Florida Gulf Coast in the first game of that weekend series last week. Our second player to watch for the Chips, Jacob St. Andre, number 4, through 14 games played, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 total points. He has goals in 5 of his last 7 games, and they're going to need their top guys to step up here tonight if they want to outdo the Trine University top line. On the Trine University side, it is that top line pairing of Matthew Bradley and Wyatt Gottschalk. Matthew Bradley, number 27, through 20 games played, sits with 21 wins, 27 points, and 48 total points on the season.
Starting goaltenders tonight for the Central Michigan Chippewas, they turn, as always, to number one Thomas Rofe, who through 13 games has a 7-3-3 record, a goals against average of 196 and a save percentage of .946. As for Trine, they send out number 40 Scott Kennedy, who through 6 games has a 4-1 record, a goals against average of .268 and a save percentage of .916.
Thanks, Reagan, for starting lineups here for the Central Michigan Chippewas. The top line will be Justin McComas out there, along with number 5 out there. That's Porzondik, along with Jay Nadeau at the winger. At the defenseman spot, it'll be Christopher Martin, along with Brendan Martin, the defensive pairings. For Trine University on their side, it'll be number 7, Jason Marcotte, and number 22 out there, Gabriel Celine, as well as number 37 out there will be Max Nizala, Matthew Beck, and finally, number 22, Gabriel Celine. As puck drop is set here for action. And Martin Ice Arena, we're underway here. An opening draw is won out by the Chippewas. Starting out quickly over the line is Jay Nadeau. Takes a shot from the slot already and got it on now. Another try, rebound there. And 2 great saves already by the goaltender Kennedy to get us started. And they'll clear this one out of the zone quickly.
Great fast start there by the Chippewas, getting two quick shots on Scott Kennedy right there. Quite a difference to the last game against Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah, and we talked with the coaches. The puck's flipped up and out of play already by Brennan Martin in his own zone. We talked a little bit in the pregame show, Reagan, about the bad starts for Central Michigan. 5 straight games now they've given up the first goal in the first period alone in the first game. And you talk about slow starts, Reagan. They absolutely want to reverse that here.
Yeah, certainly those 2 shots on goal certainly do help in the start of things.
Now back to the point, face-off won by the Trine Thunder. Aaron Ross got it to the point, send it back down low there with this crowd a couple of times, and Rofe's got it underneath his blocker pad, or it looks like the goaltender. He does have it, yes, and we'll get a stoppage of play here and fresh bodies out on the ice.
Yeah, that shot came about 5 feet out in front of the crease. Thomas Rofe had to find that through traffic. I don't think he saw the puck until it hit him and didn't know where it was underneath him. It ended up underneath his pads, and he made this save here. Now a quick shot right off the draw was turned aside.
Yeah, and a quicker face-off there. Reagan does his quick try in front there, sent to the front by a Trine player, and that one trickled all the way back. Quick shot attempt there after the pass feed from Matthew Bradley, the assistant captain for the Thunder, as this puck comes trickled all the way back to the near side half wall inside the Chip zone. Both teams breaking out quickly here. 18:57 gone in the first. Back down low to the corner here now. It's Matthew Bradley, the leading scorer for the Thunder. 48 points in just 20 games. Absolutely in terror right now. Baker has to flip this out of the zone quickly, and it goes up into the low netting moorings here for a stoppage of play. 18:45 left.
Yeah, on that entry into the zone, it was Bryce Garber working down the left side. He tried to make a pass out in front to his teammate who was in the slot, but he had a clear lane to the net. I think it's a bad decision by him to pass that across, because if he fires that on Rofe, he's got a good opportunity for a rebound in the slot, and that's a dangerous area to leave a rebound.
Quick face-off on the near side circle here, and this one will be sent to center ice. Chasing in there, number 6 over there, Owen Campbell, the freshman from Jackson. Lemon Christie couldn't handle that puck, and it gets sent all the way back to Jacob St. Andre in his own end. At the far side half wall now, Isaac Gibbs flipping out of the zone. It's met up there in front of the players' mooring stand. Mitch Dickman takes it over, but he'll flip this one back as fresh bodies will come out for Trine. Now Jacob St. Andre starts out with it. Pickpocket in the air, quick shot on net, and that one blocked it in front. Nice job, Joey Simoncelli getting in front there. Now it's in the corner. Chased after there by Christopher Martin. Chasing after Trine players. It's still loose in the far side corner. Gibby tried to flow it out to Adam Hopeman, who was there to intercept it, and it comes back to Simoncelli. Simoncelli backhands this one, but turned it over. Trine starts out now on their forecheck. Back to the point there. It's Nizala. Sends it deep, but it's blocked in front by a couple of bodies, and they'll send this one all the way to the other side where Isaac Gibbs meets up with it. No icing there as he'll meet up there with Owen Campbell, the 2 freshman pairings there. Over to looking for Brendan Martin, and he'll hold Owen Campbell. Owen Campbell takes a couple of players, tries to go over the way to Ritter, and Ritter will send it back down low for McComas. McComas chased after there, intercepted by a Trine player, and they'll clear this one deep into the zone, where it'll be met up there by number 16, Noah Niehazel, the freshman for the Trine Thunder.
Great job on that play by Brendan Martin to cut off the passing lane of the defensive zone on that 2-on-1.
Brendan Martin up to Nadeau. Long stretch pass down for Porzondik, intercepted there by Jason Market. Now back to Ritter. D to D there with Marty. Brendan Martin, the captain for the Chippewas in his 6th season fourth as the captain of this team. This one will come back for an icing as it looks like it was met up there by number 23, Mitchell Dickman. And this one, 17:05 left in this first period of play. Reagan, a quick start from both teams, a couple of shots already, and a nice block by Joey Simoncelli earlier.
Yeah, Joey Simoncelli has been laying out the body all year, and he's been doing a really good job of it, at least through the last couple of games that have been especially notable.
Now back down low, Austin Ritter met up there with Wyatt Gottschalk, the other captain for the Trine Thunder, the only captain, the forward senior there, second in goals, points, and assists on the team, trailing the leading point getter Bradley by 12 points, And what an effort by those three, Bryce Garber, Wyatt Gottschalk, and Matthew Bradley. As here come the Chippewas on the breakout. Over the line quickly there is Justin McComas, takes a wrist shot near side, and that one blockered away there, turned aside by the goaltender Kennedy. Another quick shot in front, and that one just wide as McComas was there trying to get the tip. And now they're trying to come quickly on the breakout. Over the line there, Bryce Garber takes a shot, wrister, and blocked in front off the skate of Jacob St. Andre. Now coming back the other way is Martin. Up the center ice feed for Justin McComas. Turned over there, taken away there by Evan Foglasong, and he'll send it up the wing. That one Klepper from the point taken there by Aaron Hopman, and that one comes all the way back out to center. Once again, both teams have to reset there, and it's sent deep into the Chippewa zone.
Yeah, it's a good job there by Thomas Rowe to flash out that right pad. And we talked about the short lines earlier in the pregame show. Jacob St. Andre has started the game at defense as this one goes for icing. He's typically one of the Chippewas' top forwards, so it's interesting to see him playing on the blue line here, but so far he's been doing a good job blocking some shots, taking away the passing lanes.
We talked about in the pregame show the short and lines here for Central Michigan, out with three defensemen, Charlie Hayes, Kyle Chapman, and Austin Whaley, having to put forwards at the blue line and switch it up here. As we resume play here at the far side circle in the Chippewa zone, won by the Chips, and the forward Julian Johnson sent it deep. Got his first goal last game against Florida Gulf Coast, and his first ACH goal in just 10 starts here. And he'll look to get back on the board here as it's turned over at center ice. Alex Lasky up the wing there to Owen Campbell. Owen Campbell sidesteps one player and sends it deep behind the net. He'll leave it there and get it up to Lasky, who takes a clapper, and it's redirected and just wide over the far side corner. Now back to Simoncelli at the half wall, chipped out of the zone by a Trine defenseman. Keelan Baker tried to send it deep, but it was intercepted there by Gabriel Saline. Saline alone on a 1-on-5, trying to move a couple of players out of the way and couldn't get anything of it. Now Lasky takes it back in his own net. He'll try to get teed up, shoved hard into the boards, and Lasky is down on the ice. He was absolutely boarded, and the far side corner still down there. Saline made the hit, and just getting up slowly here is Alex Lasky, the senior from Jackson Lumen Christi, slowly getting up here.
Yeah, it's going to be number 22, Gabriel Saline, to the box here. Time of the penalty, 5:05 of this opening period, and he's going to go off, I believe, it's going to be a 2-minute roughing penalty. We'll wait on the announcement of the penalty to make sure. We'll have a draw in the offensive zone for the Chippewas for their first power play opportunity of the night.
A big one up here for the Chippewas, trying to get the first goal in this game after the penalty assessed to Gabriel Saline. And this is a big one, Reagan, as the Chippewas so far in their last 30 power play attempts have only scored 2 goals. Coach Dalton Sullivan worked all week with this group to get the power play going, and we'll see what they can do here. It's Owen Campbell starting out here. They'll set up shop there, leaves it there for Jacob St. Andre. Couldn't handle the pass the first time, and he's met up there by a pair of defensemen who send this one deep into the zone. Brendan Martin has to reset, and Trine will change.
You mentioned the struggling power play as of late. Earlier this season, it was actually pretty darn good, but it's only been as of late in those last 30 opportunities that they've had a tough time putting the puck in the net.
St. Andre intercepted there, backed all the way for Christopher Martin, who corralled it. Thomas Rofe redirects traffic, and this one will be kept. 1:08 left in this power play, 14:01 in the first period. Joining us between Central Michigan and Trine University, number 4 and number 10 in the country here. And a huge mess up as Porzanic sides up the player, tried to send it in front for Lasky, who got back up after the hard hit there, and we'll keep it in the zone now. The Chippewas on the power play. Quick shot by Gibson. That one was blocked in front, but it redirected a couple of times, but Kennedy got it with the glove.
Yeah, 2 great saves there by Scott Kennedy, the Trine netminder in that sequence. First coming across from his left to his right along the ice as he stopped Lasky's one-timer from about 2 feet out, and then that shot from Gibbs at the high slot. good job by him to see the puck and make those key saves for the Thunder.
Look out. Quick shot by Porzanic. Didn't get everything on it. Fanned after the Nadu faceoff draw win. And now they'll reset with it. Back to the point for Isaac Gibbs. Gibbs ties up with Christopher Martin. Martin sidesteps the player, gets it back down low for Porzanic. Porzanic in the corner. Tries to redirect one in front, and no one could get a shot off. This one redirected by Campbell. Back to the slot. Gibbs takes a shot, and that one went off a Trine player up into the sideboards. Still kept in play, and Trine will clear this one out deep as a puck came flying towards us on the near side here in front of the camera on your screen. 17 seconds left in the power play for the Chips.
You don't need to flinch on that one, Devin. We got glass right in front of us.
Absolutely, but this netting, I'm not sure how strong it is. And Christopher Martin starts to the slot. Sides up a couple of players. Nice turnover there in the slot there from number 11. That was Benjamin Bumgardner, the junior defenseman. Quick shot one more time. Power play is going to end. The Chippewas go 0 for 1 on this one, but a solid start, I'd say, so far. Better than the last game, Reagan.
Yeah, a good solid start here by the Chippewas. They've had a lot of offensive zone time here in this first couple of minutes, and we don't have a shot total on hand, but I'm pretty darn sure the Chippewas at least have a slight edge in that category.
Isaac Gibbs took a hard check there from number 26, Evan Fogosong, the defenseman freshman, but they keeps it in the zone. Quick sheets in front there. To the other side, a quick shot there. They score! Chippewas get on the board. It's Hayden Flynn all the way from the top of the left circle. Could have been Reader Frickford in front, but nonetheless, the Chippewas, for the first time in 5 games, get the first goal. It's 1-0.
And for Hayden Flynn, that's his third goal of the campaign. He has been a hard-working fourth liner for Central Michigan this season. He hasn't played every single game, but that's a good quality shot from the left point through traffic, and that gets the Chippewas on the board here first. They lead 1-0 at 7:34.
Reagan, you and I talked with Hayden Flynn in the hotel before the second game against Florida Gulf Coast, and he told us if he got the chance to play, he was going to do something special. Well, back on home ice here, he did just that. Maybe not in the same circumstances, but he gets the Chippewas off and running here. As a long stretch pass there for Julian Johnson up the way. Jacob Kosnick controls, and the Chippewas are absolutely on all cylinders right now. Into the offensive zone. Kosnick takes it. Tried to leave it there in the corner there, helped out there by Aiden Gazdecki, his freshman partner, but it's already corralled a couple of times. St. Andre, or rather Kosnick and Gazdecki keep it there. Inside the zone, good forecheck here for the Chippewas, cycling the puck. Now Julian Johnson back down low. Fought off there with a Trine player. This one comes up the wing there, all the way to number 9, Bryce Garber, and Garber sends it up deep there for Matthew Bradley. The two top pairings, back to the slot attempt there for Garber, but it was intercepted there by Christopher Martin. Good job with the skate, getting in the passing lane. Now a quick shot from the top of the point taken there by a Trine player. That was number 7, Jason Mark. He'll go back to the bench and change. The Chippewa defensemen tie up there. Jacob St. Andre going to defense there with Brennan Martin. Up the wing for Justin McCombs quickly into the offensive zone. Back in front for Nadu, and that one just redirected wide as Nadu never got the shot off. Now back to the point for Martin. Martin ties up. Back to Nadu. Off his skate, missed on the pass, and this one came back out to the blue line where Martin handles it at center ice. Now up the offensive zone there, chipped over the blue line to Nadu, couldn't handle the pass. Now the Trine get some offensive chance and puck possession here. Here they come over the blue line. Quick shot from the point there, redirected by Brendan Martin all the way back out to the zone. 10:45 left in this first period. Joining us live from Martin Ice Arena as the first meeting between the Trine Thunder this weekend series is a quick shot there by Adam Hauptman on a rope, and he says no with the glove.
Yeah, that's a dangerous chance there for Adam Hauptman and the Trine Thunder. There is a giveaway by the Chippewas in the offensive zone. Rofe doing a good job to track that puck with his eyes and make that save with the glove hand here. This play is back underway.
At the half wall, Owen Campbell wins the scrum forward, and he'll send this one deep into the zone. Kennedy has to handle it behind his net, trying to redirect traffic, and Campbell will take a Trine player hard to the boards. Joey Simoncelli tags up with him. Back to the point there. Now it comes to Austin Ritter. Takes a quick shot from the blue line, and Kennedy had to make a quick save there off his chest protector. Now Trine starts out in the breakout. Over the line here. Here comes number 15. That's for Trine University, Evan Sosinski. Met there with Keelan Baker on a nice defensive stand, and he'll send it up to Gibbs. Gibbs intended a pass for Owen Campbell through center, and that one was intercepted as went wide. Sent deep into the zone by Jason Mark, the defenseman, and it will be redirected here as Trine players change. 9:53 left to go in the first. Back to center ice here. Taken away here by Noah Niehazel, the freshman forward. will send it back to his defenseman over there. That's Max Nizala. And it's taken away here by the Chippewas. Over the line alone is Isaac Gibbs to the backhand. He tried to go near side, and it was met up with the blocker and turned aside there by Kennedy. There's Owen Campbell now at the far side half wall, taking it in the offensive zone. Chippewas getting a couple of good shots on the net on Kennedy. Much better start than the Florida Gulf Coast series. Now Alex Lasky takes it. The battle of the 12s there with Matthew Beck. Now it's kept into the zone there by Gabriel Saline. Saline tried to handle it, and it was taken down to the ice as Ben Rydchuk came back out there for the Chippewas. Ben Rydchuk almost a scratch for this game as it comes for icing, Reagan. He came in late to the rink, sort of 10 minutes before warm-ups even started, and Rydchuk just getting on the ice, one of the much-needed defensemen for the Chippewas.
Yeah, he, while not listed as a defenseman, he's primarily a forward.
Well,
he is also, in this game, he is one of those forwards that has been moved back to defense, much like Jacob St. Andre, and he is a hard-working fourth-line forward who can also play some solid defense here, and the Chippewas definitely need him. He's going to dig in for the draw here.
Chippewas working with about 11 forwards and 4 defensemen. And you look at the shortened lines on both benches, both of them kind of with 3.5 players of lines here. Trine University out with 4 of their forwards as well. So short lines for both teams, creating short shifts. That's a scrum in front of the Chippewa zone, won by number 9 there. That's over the line, Luke Wild, the freshman, making his second start of the season from Novi, Michigan. Played against University of Michigan Flynn earlier on the road this season. And good to see him getting some ice time out there. Now he'll send it up. Rydchuk stepped up on a player there. My goodness, Red Gulata absolutely back-checked him into the new universe there. Met up hard at center ice. This one comes to the offensive zone now of Trine's end. And this one taken away here by one of the starters, Max Nizala. Nizala, a quick shot there from Matthew Bradley, turned aside by Rofe. That one comes to the near side half wall. It's controlled by the Chips. Jacob St. Andre dropped the trailer from Julian Johnson, met up there with the winch, and he'll start for the long haul over the blue line. Now they come through. Julian Johnson takes this puck over at the corner. Sent one in front with nobody home, and it's taken away here by Bryce Garber. Garber sends it out to center ice, taken away by St. Andre once again. Back and forth play here from both teams, and finally Trine settles as Chippewas will get fresh bodies on the ice.
Yeah, ever since that first goal, the Chippewas and Thunder have been trading opportunities back and forth as this one is lofted on Kennedy. He'll hold on for a whistle here. It's been very back and forth hockey since that mark. Fans, don't forget that the CMU Club Hockey Network YouTube channel is your one-stop shop for highlights, exclusive interviews, and full game broadcasts for CMU D3 hockey. Make sure to subscribe and turn on all the notifications so as never to miss a moment of Chippewa hockey. Just go to YouTube and search CMU Club Hockey Network to find the channel.
If you're just joining us, Hayden Flynn got the scoring start of the junior from Trenton, Michigan. Reagan already matched his goal total from last season, including the playoffs, in his first 2 games this season, and adding to that point total. Good to see a fourth-line grinder like Hayden Flynn getting on the board here. One of the nicer guys on this Central Michigan team. And a quick shot there from the point there taken by Austin Ritter. That one off the left pad of Kennedy, and at the far side corner, it's met up there.
Yeah, you talk about Hayden Flynn getting a couple of goals in that in that first series against Davenport. He actually scored beauty working down the outside of the circle in that game. That puck took an odd hop off the end boards.
Off the end boards, as Reagan mentioned. Quick shot once again. Back down low. Simon Telly redirected. Isaac Gibbs met up with it. Controlled. Sent it in front, and nobody home to take it there. And Trine starts out quickly on the breakout. Over the line here comes Rhett Gulata. Gulata alone. Drop the trailer. Quick shot. Goes to the backhand there. That's Adam Helpman trying to go backhand. Forehand. Didn't get the shot off. That one comes met up there with Gabriel Saline. Now Saline on a 1-on-4 there. Tries to get help with Helpman. And they'll be met up with a trio of Chippewa defenders. Back to the point for Bumgardner. Back down low there to Garber. Trying to go in front near side on Rofe, and he'll just easily glove this one down for a stop with 6:51 to go in the first.
Yeah, that's a sharp angle shot with some potential there from the side of the net. Either it goes in off of Rofe, or there's always that gap above a goaltender's shoulder when he's down on his knees up against the post there. And as tall as Thomas Rofe is, it's always a weak spot for netminders as they can never really seal that post up. So a good shot attempt there for the Thunder, but They can't get anything out of it. Now look
Here's
out.
Justin McComas off the stretch pass, and Keelan Baker up with Jay Nadeau trying to send it in front and didn't get him on the tape there. Alex Lasky tried to intercept the takeaway there by Noah Niehazel, and he successfully sends it over the line there. McComas sends it deep, and this one will be met up with Jay Nadeau. Try to intercept the Trine defenseman where they'll flip it out to center ice. Trine not really playing the puck possession here, sort of just trying to get this puck out and reset their offensive chance, but Central Michigan through the first 15 minutes has been all in their favor right now, leading 1-0. Justin McComas now over to Baker in his own end. Sends it to the half wall there for Porzanic. Turn the puck over there, and it's taken away here by Gabriel Saline. Saline sent it back to center after the pressure, and up the wing comes McComas quickly over the blue line. McComas to the right circle, takes a shot, he scores! Goes over the glove side, Justin McComas makes it 2-0 in favor of Central Michigan.
Yeah, that one was an odd floater past the netminder Kennedy, as it looked like it hit the stick of the defenseman back Jason Marquardt, and Justin McComas with that goal for him. That's goal number 4. That's his 4th goal of the year, 8th point on the campaign, and a good shot there by Justin McComas in his 101st game in the ACHA.
The senior from Northville, Michigan, one of 10 players on the team entering their 4th season or later. He last scored against Michigan State in a 5-2 rout on November 19th. Good to see Justin McComas get on the board. His look out, here's a shot, they score! That one taken at the point there, or the low slot, excuse me. That was number 9, Bryce Garber, getting them started. And Trine gets one right back within 10 seconds of McComas' goal. It's 2-1.
Yeah, it's a quick shot there by Garber as he picked up the puck in the just inside the left circle, and he fired it to the top right corner, and Thomas Rofe, thought he had it, but it ended up squeaking through him, and it's a 2-1 game here. Trine striking back pretty darn quickly.
Bryce Garber, one of the big 3 on the top line of this Trine forward group with Matthew Bradley and Wyatt Gottschalk, gets his 29th point of the season and his 17th goal of the season. As look out, another shot from the point there taken by Jason Market, the assistant captain. And this one will be gloved down for Rowe for the stop. And man, what action we're seeing in the first period, Reagan, as right now back and forth shots and goals from both teams here. And Central still leads this game 2-1 right now, but how about Trine as Jacob St. Andre hit the upper moorings? That's the second time that's happened already in this first period. What a job by trying to answer so quickly. They absolutely needed to establish that. It wasn't one of our keys to the game, but they're dealing with the same thing this team is Central side, Reagan, as they have shortened lines here tonight, and they need to keep things going smoothly with their top line.
Yeah, and certainly that certainly helped them out with that. Now look out, a shot right off the draw. Was turned aside by Rofe there. It lays in the slot.
Lays in the slot, redirected a couple of times, and Rofe had to stretch the left pad there to make the initial stop. Now it comes free to the near side corner. And Reagan, to continue your point where we were talking about, not just the shortened lines, but that top group is what Central has had circled all week. And it seems like they've had a game plan for it so far, but it's squeaked past a couple of times. Now Julian Johnson trying to make an individual effort there on 1-on-3. St. Andre took a shot, and that one was blocked in front there by Marked of Trine, and they clear it out, but what a job here. Look out, here they come once again. Took a shot from the right circle there, taken by Bradley, and Rofe has to say no with the chest protector, as there will be a little bit more behind the net as a conversation ensues.
Yeah, dangerous opportunity there for Trine with their leading scorer Matthew Bradley working down the right wing. Thomas Rofe came about a foot out of his crease to use his big frame to take away that shooting angle for Matthew Bradley, and he had really no other option than to fire it into his gut and hope it trickled through him. But in that instance, Rofe stood tall with just under 5 minutes to go, and how was that not a penalty? It was Hopman taking down a Chippewa behind the net. Looked like he tripped him behind the net, but nonetheless, play goes on.
Center ice, Martin checks up a player. That's Adam Hauptman, and it comes back free to Austin Ritter in his own net. Sends this one deep, intended for Hayden Flynn there, and Flynn meets up with the puck anyway with Evan Fogelsong. Now Fogelsong sends it to the far side there. Intended a pass for Gulata, and it was taken away there by prematurely Luke Wild. As the puck comes free, once again, Trine resets, and the Chippewas will get fresh bodies. Up the near side there for Hauptman. Back over the line there for Celine. Celine take it down on the ice to Simon Selly, and this one comes free behind the net. A good check there by Simon Selly to send this one clear of the way. Trine will get fresh bodies out there as well as Central Michigan, but it'll come all the way back down for an icing.
Central Michigan's going to have to keep that line out there with that icing rule as they try to go for the change, but it didn't work in time, so that icing will put a draw back into the Central Michigan end with that line still out there. With Luke Wildhaden, Flynn, Keelan Baker, Christopher Martin, and Joey Simon Selly here. Simon Selly wins the draw.
Simon Selly won the draw, got it back to Luke Wild, dished it to Austin Ritter, and he sent this one deep the length of the ice to get off the ice. And another icing called here, as it looks like the referee's going to call all those players back once again. They were just trying to clear the puck just long enough so they could get fresh bodies out there. But nonetheless, this tired group still out there is going to have to come back on the ice once again for the second straight draw in the Chippewa circle.
Yeah, just putting too much mustard on that clearing attempt, and Trine wins the draw.
It's won by Trine. A quick shot there taken by Bradley, and that one turned aside with the blocker of Rofe.
That one actually went off the stick of Rofe.
Yeah, you are right about that one, Reagan. You did hear it clang off the stick. I called it blocker, but similar to that side of Rofe. Always strong on his blocker side. And a big goalie like that really can get up high into those angles where it looks like a lot of shots when you're trying to go to the far corner, Reagan. A goalie, as you would say, trying to go under it, sort of met up there in the blocker.
Yeah, and it was a weakness that Florida Gulf Coast kind of exploited last weekend. They tried to go blocker side all 3 times in that shootout on Friday, and then they scored a couple of goals on Thomas Rofe on that blocker side on Saturday in that 3-2 loss. So Rofe's probably worked on that in practice all week long and showed on that save there.
Puck comes free to the half wall, taken away by Trine. Quick shot from the right circle, or set in front there by Bradley, intended for Gottschalk. The top pairings there. This one now all the way to the slot there. Trine controls on the forecheck here. Back to the point for Dickman. Tried to send it deep there for Bradley, and he couldn't handle the pass, initial one, and it comes free to center. Gazdecki now flips this one in the backhand. Scooped up here by Martin, and he'll go D-to-D with the new fill-in defenseman, St. Andre. St. Andre back tags up again with Christopher Martin to reset it once again. A couple of times there they've had to control good forecheck or pressure here by Trine University. Izala now takes it up the wing here. Flips a puck over the netting, and that one will get a stop. So the faceoff will come inside center ice in front of the Chippewa bench.
You know, we talked about last week in the short glass making it a little bit harder for the Chippewas, but it seems that they've had the same problems here. They flipped the puck out of play 2 or 3 times already in this first period. So here we resume play down below.
Owen Campbell intended a pass for from Alex Lasky and just missed on it. Now in the own zone there, a couple of Trine players meet up with it. Now it's Gottschalk, pursued by Isaac Gibbs. Simon Selly in there to corral it around his skates, and that one comes free to center. Keelan Baker tags up with Lasky. Lasky will golf swing this deep into the zone, and it's met up there by Isaac Gibbs in front of the Trine bench. Kept inside the zone quickly, try to get it back down low there for Campbell, and it's turned over once again. Campbell and Gibbs doing a nice job with the pressure here to tag up. Simon Selly trying to take a puck away, and look out, 3-on-2 coming over Trine, but one player will retreat. Over there now on the wing, next Nizala. Nizala left it there for Niehazel. Niehazel and Izala left alone there, as strangely enough, Matthew Beck went to the bench on a 3-on-2 opportunity there. So a little bit of odd coaching there from head coach Zach Sens in his first season, sending his players back. 1:27 left to go in this first period of play. Central Michigan leads 2-1 after Hayden Flynn and Justin McComas' goals, as a puck flipped up and out of play by Joshua Chukarski. And getting back within one was Bryce Garber for Trine University with 6 minutes left, or 4 minutes, left in this first period, Reagan. And it's been an absolute barn burner so far in this first period right now. And you're pointing so far.
Yeah, so on that 3-on-2, it might have just been the fact that he was tired and going off, maybe didn't have the legs to work on that 3-on-2. Now the Chippewas trying to break into the offensive zone.
Porzonik in front of the Trine bench, met up with 2 defensemen there. It's flipped up into the glove of Swoley, Colin Smith on the bench, and he'll corral this one for another stop. The faceoff will come towards center ice. So 1:08 left to go if you're joining us live from Martin Ice Arena here between the number 4 Central Michigan Chippewas and the number 10 Trine University Thunder. Both came in as top 10 opponents with winning records in their overall standings, and Trine on a 6-game win streak right now, trying to continue that after strong performances against Butler and Purdue Northwest. Now turned over in the slot here, taken away by Garber. Garber and Gulata for Trine tagging up here. Back to the slot there. Gulata intended one there for Aaron Rose, but it was met up there in the skates of Porzande. Now Nadu pursues. Flipped deep into the zone there by Rose. Then it'll be taken away here by Brendan Martin. Martin sent a puck deep over to the far end boards, and this one comes all the way for the no icing there. The referees waves it off, and Trine will reset in their own zone once again. Turned over here though. Here comes Kazik in the slot. Didn't get a shot off. Made one too many dangles, and he just went wide to the right circle, and it's taken away here. Quickly up the wing. Here comes Matthew Bradley. Bradley with a far-angle shot, and that one turned aside and gloved down by Rofe as he says no with 7 seconds to go in the period.
Yeah, Bradley trying to go low, and that's one place on a goaltender of Rofe's size that you can tend to beat them a little bit easier. It takes them a little bit longer to get down to the ice, and so Bradley, smart shot there, coming down with speed on the left wing, and he put it right where Thomas Rofe would have the hardest time saving it, but he saved it nonetheless as this puck goes up and out of play, and onto the concourse here with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, Matthew Bradley, the leading scorer for Trine. We talked to him a little bit in the pregame show, or before the pregame show, Reagan, and he actually has 53 points this season, not counted in the game against Purdue Northwest. But
what a nice save there by
Rofe. Quickly.
He had to snag that down as it was a fluttering shot on goal.
But you talk about a top line group, Bryce Garber, Wyatt Gottschalk, and himself, where they're just so good in the offensive zone, so dangerous, and pretty much out there for the majority of Trine's offensive ice time, really making it hard for the defensemen here that are shorthanded for the Chips to handle them. And a leader in his own right, one of the assistant captains on this team, Matthew Bradley, will try to corral this puck to no avail as the period ends here. After the first period, it's 2-1 in favor of Central Michigan. Hayden Flynn and Justin McComas got us started, and then coming back was Bryce Garber for Trine University to pull them back within 1. So both players will head to the bench and for a break, or to the locker rooms for a break, and we'll head to 1-2 as you're listening live here from Martin Ice Arena to the first of 2 games in this weekend series. Right now, Central Michigan on top in the first game, 2-1 after 1. Stay with us. We'll be back for First Intermission Report presented by MCHC.com. Back with you inside the chilly Martin Ice Arena here after one period of play. Central Michigan leads 2-1 after the first frame, and we're here to talk about it in the first intermission report presented by CMHIceHockey.com. Well, the Chippewas finally stopped their 5-game skid of letting up the first goal after Hayden Flynn scored his third of the season, taking a shot from the top of the left circle to put it over the blocker's side of the goaltender Kennedy. What a job by Hayden Flynn to score there. Told us in Florida that he was going to do something special if he got the chance to play in the second game. Unfortunately, he was scratched for that one, but he came back here at Martin Ice Arena and fulfilled his promise, getting them up 1-0 for the first time in 5 games. I mentioned scoring the first goal. Then just quickly after that, 4 minutes later, it was Justin McComas taking the puck alone from the right circle, this time going blockers or glove side over the goaltender Kennedy, just flipping the puck up. That's McComas. And McComas really in his 101st start getting this goal. He's one of 10 players in their 4th season or later putting the Chippewas up 2-0. An absolutely huge goal for Central Michigan, who's failed to score the first goal, as I mentioned, and the first 2 goals in a game since since Michigan State, all the way back in late October/November. As for the other goal scored by Trine, it was Bryce Garber scoring it to get his 17th of the season just 10 seconds after McComas' goal. Sort of went over the ear side of Rofe. It's hard for a goaltender to get his glove or his blocker up quickly to evade that one. Garber got it started for Trine to pull them back within 1. Official shot totals were 16-10 in favor of Trine in this period. Central Michigan had 1 power play off the penalty assessed to Salim of the Thunder, and they were unsuccessful in that try. So after 20 minutes of play here from Martin Ice Arena, Central Michigan off to their best start in a while in this one, and right now they lead 2-1. We'll be back for second intermission here from Martin Ice Arena as the Zamboni gets set to resume for play here. You're listening live to Central Michigan Hockey here on CCHN.
Reagan Cleaves bring you back here inside the broadcast booth at Martin Ice Arena in Mount Pleasant. Chippewas and Trine Thunder getting set for period number 2. Central Michigan, after 20 minutes of play, leading 2-1 as Devin joins us up here in the booth once again. It's bound to be a pretty darn exciting hockey game after that first 20 minutes, eh?
Yeah, Reagan, absolutely. And you want to talk about fireworks on ice and really fire on ice here from the Chippewas, scoring 2 quickly in less than 5 minutes within the last 10 minutes of the frame. And from unusual guys who don't always get on the scoring sheet, Justin McComas and Hayden Flynn, one of the 2 older guys on this Central Michigan team that just combined for their shorter goals of the season. Justin McComas got his 5th or 6th of the season, and Hayden Flynn got his 3rd. So excellent efforts by both of those guys to get us started. And what a job by Bryce Garber, that top line from Central Michigan that from Trine, that we've talked about so much in this pregame show, getting his 17th goal of the season and getting Trine started on what is an important stretch coming up for them here as we resume play here inside the offensive center zone. Puck sent up deep here. Julian Johnson reverses ice here, and he'll send it up deep into the zone. Back to the point for Austin Ritter. Had to corral it there, D-to-D with Brendan Martin, and they'll both reset back to center ice now. Up the wing there, Jacob Kosnick sent it through. This one taken by Brendan Martin deep into the zone, and Julian Johnson had chasing it after it. Now Trine trying to take over. Gazdecki sent it deep in the zone once again on a clearing temp, and Trine starts out. Here comes Bryce Garber over the line. Garber to the corner, taken hard to the net there. That was Adam Hopman, not Garber. Garber had the goal earlier tonight, number 9. And this one's sent deep through center ice to Porzondik now. Christopher Martin chases in after it. Here comes the other side. Quick shot there by Garber near side, and that one went just wide of the netminder Rofi.
Good choice by Christopher Martin there to take away the passing lane rather than try to go for that puck, or else Trine would have had a man out in front all alone.
Good job getting in front there was Trine's defense. Now here comes Porzondik trying to take over in the Trine end. It's sent out of the zone there prematurely by Gottschalk and taken away by Nadeau. Now Jacob Sinan takes over. Porzondik over to McComas, trying to get it on his skate tap, and that one just couldn't handle there for the initial pass, and now Nadeau takes it over the blue line himself. 18:26 left to go in the second. You're joining us live from Martin Ice Arena as Central Michigan leads 2-1 over Trine University in the first of 2 meetings for this home-and-home series. As now Jacob St. Andre, quick turnover here. Here's a shot on net. This one trickled far of Rofe after he made the initial save there. Bradley with an absolutely excellent shot. Glove side on Rofe, and he made the stop to put it wide. Yeah, now back down low, another try there in front. Taking hard to the ice there was Bradley off the feed there from Garber. And a penalty coming up here for that one as a cross-check was laid out there to Garber.
We'll see what the signal is here, but it looks like it's going to be Justin McComas headed to the box here to put the Chippewas on the penalty kill at 2:03.
Reagan, and that was an excellent play by Trine. They really started up quickly with the 2 top forwards for them, Bradley and Garber, on the dual threat there, and it seemed like he tried to get it back down low after the initial shot attempt took it behind the net after the initial shot attempt, down low to Garber, and he just got cross-checked in front. But that's excellent play and smart strategic thinking by Trine to try to exploit that blocker side of Rofe, as you mentioned earlier. And now here come Trine on the power play. They'll get to their first of the night here, and a missed pass there intended to the point from Fogelsong from Bradley. We'll have to send it back deep. Pursued in by Rychuk. Rychuk lost an edge there prematurely, and Trine has to reset and start out. On their first power play of the night after the cross-check, assessed there to Justin McComas. Now this one comes to the far side corner here for Noah Niehazel. Niehazel back down low there, intended for Celine. Celine tried to go in front. It was taken off. A nice check there by Alex Lasky, and the Chippewas will clear it out. No shot yet on Rofi in this power play, as both teams will change.
Yeah, Chippewas are 58 for 69 on the campaign, 84% on that penalty kill. Trine has been a pretty good power play team so far through their first 20-some-odd games.
Now at the half wall, just inside center ice in front of the bench here. It's chipped in quickly into the offensive zone by Dickman there. Intended a pass there for number 7, that was Markut, and he couldn't handle it. Now they had to reset back to center here. A nice defensive stand by the Chippewas to keep them from entering the zone, but they finally do. Here's Garber back down low. Here's a shot far side. That one taken by Bradley and just wide over the block glove side of Rofe. This one now to the near side half wall. Inside the offensive zone. That's their first shot on net on Rofe in the last minute and a half. And just 30 to go, they had to send it back to their own end. Bradley there, sent up the wing there, intended a pass for Gottschalk, and it missed him. And it's sent deep and back to their own zone once again. Trine having a good, tough time clearing. As Bradley makes an individual effort, and a shot attempt sticked away by a couple of players screening in front of Rofe there, up and out of play.
Yeah, Trine running a pretty darn good power play here, much like the Florida Gulf Coast power play early in those two games last weekend. They've been cycling the puck really well, working it from D to D and down low around the outside, and they're getting some good shots on Thomas Rofe here. 17 seconds left in the man advantage.
17 seconds back to the point there, tipped in front off the skate of Gazdecki, one of the better defensive forwards for this team out there with St. Andre. St. Andre behind the net, corralled by a couple of players. Had to funnel it away there, and pitching in there was Evan Sosinski to take it away, but it still comes free now. Power play is over for Trine. Back out of the box comes number 19, Gibbs, who was serving the penalty in place there for number 15, I guess, McComas. And this one now comes off the bench there, or not serving the penalty. McComas came to the bench, and Gibbs changed out for him. Now coming the own end here, flipped up and deep into the center ice zone by Fogelson. Now quickly over the line, he comes Oven Sosinski alone. Taken away by Jacob St. Andre, left it there for Simon Selly, and Simon Selly takes it away. Pursued there hard by Gulata. Gulata tried to block that one down, and it was unsuccessful. Long stretch pass there from Owen Campbell, intended there from, that was number 28, Christopher Martin. But Owen Campbell controls, trying to go in front for Gibbs, and just minute on his blade. Hayden Flynn takes it now in front of his own bench. Back down low for Gibbs. Gibbs tried to center a feed for a tip on Campbell, and a nice job by a couple of Trine players to screen the stick away. Now Austin Ritter tried to control there. Left it, dropped the trailer for Simon Selly. Intended a pass there through center for Gibbs, and Gibbs deflated, goes back to the bench after missing that one, and it'll come back all the way for an icing.
And that shows how much of a game of inches hockey is. That's about 2 inches off of the stick of Isaac Gibbs, and unfortunately for him, it's just a bit too out of his reach, so goes the length of the ice for icing to put the Chippewas back in their own defensive end for this face-off.
14:46 left to go in this second period. Taking the draw will be none other for the Chips than Joey Simon Selly, one of the better face-off men in all of the ACHA. Sits right now at a 65% success rate according to our advanced CCHI statistics. That's unofficial, by the way, folks. Don't quote me on that, as he won the initial draw, but it was taken away by Trine here. Now Simon Selly tried to control that one after it was corralled by Marcotte sends it to the other side there in the offensive zone, and it's sent back out to center pretty quickly there by Simo. Now over the line, here comes Trine. Tripped up there almost by Marty, and that one will be held at the far side half wall. Back to the point, clapper attempt by Garber, and Rofe has to corral that one in his chest for the stop.
Yeah, a heavy shot there from Garber at the left point. Coming in, it looked like the Chippewas had an opportunity to break that play up in the left circle, and Matthew Bradley lost an edge in that left wing circle, but they couldn't get to the puck in time. That allowed Trine to maintain the momentum and maintain possession of that puck, and led to that opportunity there from Garber.
McComas won the draw, trailing the play. St. Andre sent it over D-to-D there with Martin, Christopher Martin, and he'll send this one up to Porzondik. Turned over there, however, as Nadu corrals it through center. Porzondik trying to fight off a player there for Trine. A couple of players. Sends it there for Nadu. Quick shot in the left circle. And just getting the glove on it was Kennedy as he trips up on the far side. Porzondik falling down to the ice. Wants a call. Doesn't get it after Kennedy got the whistle.
Great job there by Porzondik on that forecheck into the offensive zone. He was able to work over the Trine defenseman who was back there and work the puck free right onto the stick of Jay Nadu, who had about 20 feet between him and any defenseman back, and he was able to get a good shot off there on Kennedy and force him to make a good save and control that rebound.
Marcotte slides it to Bradley, who sends it up quickly over the line there for Gottschalk. Gottschalk along, moves in the right circle, will turn wide with it, go back down low for Garber. Garber got the initial shot off, didn't get a lot after it was tipped from St. Andre, and he'll send it up there for Nadu. Nadu will take it over the blue line, intended to pass through center to McComas. That was intercepted there by Gottschalk, and Gottschalk waits for it over there with Matthew Bradley. Bradley takes over, pursued hard, trailed by Justin McComas. Now a long stretch pass once again through center, intercepted, and Martin sends this one deep into the Trine zone there. It has to reset for Mark. He'll send it there up the wings. Intended there a pass for Garber, but it was taken away by the Chips on the pressure. Hayden Flynn had a goal earlier in the first period to get him started. His third of the season, pursues a Trine defenseman. That's Nizala. Nizala sent up the wing. Jacob St. Andre took a puck over. Nice pressure here by the Chippewas, getting a couple of turnovers. McComas back down low, took a feed from St. Andre, but missed on it. Porzanic back down low in front. McComas tried to get a centering feed for Flynn, and it was unsuccessful. Porzanic at the far corner. Defended well there by Gulata, and Gulata will chip this out of the zone off the body of Porzanic, who will change. Sent deep into the zone by St. Andre on a clapper attempt. Central Michigan will get fresh bodies out on the ice there.
It was close to being too many men on the ice over at the bench as the Chippewas got caught in a change. Good work here by Rychuk.
Turned the puck over, took a shot from the slot, and that one had to be easily gloved up by Kennedy for the stop.
If you're looking for pictures of CMU hockey, look no further than Instagram. The fantastic Tristan Hagenstein takes some great pictures, and the best of them can be found at the Instagram handle at Tristan Hagenstein Photography. He's been doing some great photography work for the Chippewas the last couple of seasons. This is his first full season working here, and we're sad to see him go at the end of the year as he graduated in December. Congratulations to him. He will be missed once we get to the end of the year.
Keelan Baker moves a puck towards the end of the netting. A couple comes to the other side, and that shot attempt by Lasky tipped up by a Trine defender's stick, intended there for Hayden Flynn. Man, it looks like Keelan Baker tried to go down low for Hayden Flynn there, Reagan, trying to get the tips. Flynn's been all over in front of the net, screening and really pushing defenders out of the way.
Yeah, he has been. He's a valuable fourth liner for these Chippewas. Now look at a 3-on-2.
3-on-2 here. Fogelsong over the line, but it's offside as just moving in there was Hauptmann. Tried to stop on a dime there and couldn't do it in time as the faceoff will come in front of Trine's bench.
Yeah, Bradley getting caught just over the line as they were moving up ice. The guy who had the puck tried to make a move before the line to get around the defense, and it ended up drawing his teammate offside. So this puck goes up into the Trine bench right off of the faceoff.
You know, Reagan, a notable point about Trine is they have scored 5+ goals in 6 games this season, and they've really reached double digits multiple times this year, and 3 to be exact. And you know, for a Trine offense that's so important, as look at it, quick turnover here taken away by Baker. A Trine offense that's so potent right now seems like they're really struggling to get their feet going.
Well, and I mean, this isn't to
look at a tip in front of Rofe there as he made the stop with the left pad. You were saying, Ray.
This isn't really to discredit the Trine offense, but they've played a lot of teams that are struggling this season, especially with Purdue, Northwest. They demolished them by double digits both games, and then their most recent series against Butler was pretty much the same thing. So as of late, they've played a lot of teams that have been struggling immensely this season, and they've still got a pretty darn good offense, as you mentioned, scoring 5+ goals in about 8 games this campaign.
You know what is notable though, Reagan, is they do have wins over Notre Dame and Lawrence Tech, one of those two teams inside the top 10 in the nation. And there's a reason why Trine is number 10 right now, trying to hold on to that spot and get into the national championship. As a quick shot taken there by Ritter from the point. That one was redirected a couple of times, just wide, and Trine look out over the line. Here comes Noah Niehazel. Try to send it to the slot there, intended a pass for Celine, and tried the second chance there, and that one went wide, just glove side of Rofe. This one comes all the way back to the point in front of the Trine bench as they'll get fresh bodies out there. Gazdecki will take over, and it'll allow Central Michigan to get their feet under that. Over the line quickly is Ritter. Takes a shot from the point, and that one had to be double gloved there by Kennedy to send that one up into the netting for a stop.
Kennedy looked like he was trying to pull a Marc-Andre Fleury on that one. It was going toward his blocker's side, and he tried to reach over with his glove to be able to get it. It was a high-rising shot from Ritter on that slap shot, and a lot of times slap shots like that will often fool goalies when they can see the entire thing, but it's almost like a knuckleball in baseball where it comes up and it just doesn't move the way you think it's going to. As a netminder, it can fool you pretty easily.
Owen Campbell takes this one over after the feed from Gibbs. Sent out of the zone. Nice defensive work there by Garber to send it free, but it comes all the way back down for the icing as Christopher Martin won the race. Talk a little bit about Austin Ritter, the junior from Alpena, Michigan. Still looking for his first goal this season, Reagan, and his first point. And he hasn't scored a goal yet as a player for Central Michigan through 20 starts. And it's kind of unbelievable with how many shots have been taking. But with the defensemen out in Austin Whaley, Kyle Chapman, and Charlie Hayes, he's getting the role to step up for this team and making his presence known.
Yeah, certainly. Good keep there by Joey Simon-Selly.
Simon-Selly kept it. Owen Campbell took the shot just wide, glove side, and he tried to get everything on it there after a good keep in there by St. Andre. Now St. Andre pursues, met up there with Gibbs, almost had it just off the blade there, and a nice defensive work. Getting in there was Mitchell Dickman to take that chance away. Back to the point for Martin. Sends this one back down low off the boards intentionally. Comes rebound, far side for Campbell. Didn't take the shot and waited on it. Moves it over, slides into St. Andre at the point. Now Gibbs, back down low for Simon-Selly. Didn't get a shot off. Back one front one more time, and that one was corralled by the defenseman there. Bradley and look out. Here's a breakaway for Garber. Garber on alone. Goes backhand far side, and Rope says no with the glove stop. What a chance there for Trine. And now taken away here by Campbell. Moves it, but it's taken away here once again by Garber. Back in front of the boards and pushed completely over the far side end is McComas by Max Nizala to make that initial hit. And what a breakout there for Garber, looking at his second of the night. Looking for it.
Yeah, and a great chance there by Garber, as you mentioned. He was even with two Chippewas at the Trine blue line, and he raced after the puck, beat him cleanly to the Chippewa blue line where he picked up the puck, and Thomas Rope doing a great job not to make the first move, waiting for Garber to make that move to the right before moving over, not going down, not selling all out for that save, but he stood tall and managed to take away the net and keep his glove in position to make that save.
Dangerous move there by Matthew Bradley to pickpocket around two Central Michigan forwards. Streaking in there was Nadu, and here they come quickly on the breakout. Now here comes McComas over the line with Porzanic. Porzanic tried to move it to him, and McComas missed it just far of his blade. This one now taken away by Trine. It's Nizala moving over the line, sent it to the winger there for Colagiovanni, the junior forward, but it missed on his blade and came all the way back now. It'll be an icing here to Central Zone. 8:52 left in the second.
The broadcast on today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the CMU Club Hockey Network. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the ACHA and CCHN.
Sasinski won the draw for Trine, but it was turned over. Here's Porzani. Back down low for Nadu, and it was flipped up off the stick there by Colagiovanni, getting in the passing lane.
Great job there by Marquardt to get into that passing lane and knock that puck away.
And Marquardt, excuse me, Reagan correcting me, very notable passing lane, but it's turned over once again. Alex Lasky in front. Rebound chance for Porzani, and Kennedy has to make the dive for it to get it with his glove.
Kennedy made the initial save on that one as the shot came from the slot there by Porzanic, but it popped up in the air right off of the pad of Kennedy, and Porzanic was right there on the doorstep, couldn't bat it out of the air baseball style, and Kennedy ended up being able to grab that puck out of midair. That's a great job there by the Trine netminder to be able to knock that away.
Gulata took the draw, lost it against Flynn, and this one's flipped up to the other side there by Martin. At the half wall, met up there by Luke Wild, turned over here, and look out. Here coming the breakout here. Kucharski over the line there. Met up there with Hauptmann, and they couldn't handle the pass there, and Hayden Flynn took it away, or Austin Ritter took it away. Ritter quickly moves up the way on a loan. Sends this puck deep in the zone, attempted there, but it was sticked away by Marquardt. Now he'll send it to the other side there where Mizala mets up with it. A quick shot there from the far side half boards there by Martin, just sticked away there by Kennedy. And this one comes free to Trine's forward there, Marquardt. Now, behind the net. Gosh, Chuck, a second chance opportunity. That one went off the post of Rydchuk's stick. What a chance there, trying to get in the stick lane to turn the puck over. Man, Rydchuk almost had it right there to put his third goal there. And Kennedy almost made the diving stop with the glove side. He's a righty, so he wears that one on the right side. What a chance there for the Chips, Reagan.
Great chance there for the Chippewas. Just couldn't get it past Kennedy, who's been playing very well tonight here in this contest. And great example there, getting lucky on that opportunity.
Aiden Gazdecki will trick the draw. The freshman from Riverview High School played with forward Julian Johnson, the new acquisition from the Adrian Bulldogs Division II team at Riverview, and combined for a total of 30 points. As here now, Gazdecki takes it in the corner with his line mate from Riverview, Johnson. Julian Johnson takes it now. Sends this one deep through center, and that one Kosnick trying to meet up with him with the slot and was taken away now on the breakout. Here comes Trine over the line. Backhander funnel pass, and that one gloved easily by Rofe in front of his crease. That one was attempted there by number 16. That was Noah Niehazel.
Yeah, good opportunity there for Trine, and just to show you a little bit of how maybe uncomfortable it'll be playing defense if you're a forward. Back there on the right defense on that play was Jacob St. Andre. Typically, as a defenseman, you want to turn a little bit earlier when that puck goes by you, but he waited until the Trine player moved past him to then go from backward skating to forward skating the defensive end, and that allowed Trine to get that opportunity. The puck is offside.
Face-off whistled after the offside there. Moving in was Gottschalk. And, you know, Reagan, you're talking about these chances for both teams, and really, on a good goaltender like Rofe and Kennedy, it's very difficult to get these sort of shots low blocker side, as you're talking about almost a weak point that they're targeting, but nonetheless, it's still a tall task to stop any sort of high-speed shot from either side right now. As right now here, quickly over center, moves Simon Selly. Waiting there with off the offside, trying to avoid it with St. Andre, and fell into the near side boards, trying to stay onside, and he does. Owen Campbell takes it there. Gibbs took a shot from the far side, and it almost tipped off the stick of Fogelsong into the net, just corralling that one. Back to the point there for Christopher Martin. Blocked in front by the forward. That was Bradley, and Bradley moves over the line alone. To the slot, takes a shot, and that one turned aside by Rofe.
That one was dangerous. Jacob St. Andre coming back defensively, kind of moved across the slot and inadvertently screened Thomas Rofe as this one comes in on Rofe and will hold for a whistle. But that's a dangerous opportunity. A really good goal scorer for Trine coming in on that right wing and made a move around St. Andre and then led him to an inadvertent screen of Thomas Rofe, which made it a little harder for Rofe to see that shot. And luckily for him, it went wide. 6:12 to go here in the second period.
Puck comes free to Porzondik, sent it to center ice, and took it right back after the turnover. Now Jay Nadeau stood on it, sent it to Lasky. Moves it prematurely through center, just trying to clear this one and get some free ice. Both teams sending pucks deep on clears. Trine finally gets the first change. Baker sends this up the wing there for Porzondik. Gave the puck some wings, sent it up the glove to Dickman, and Dickman controls in his own end. Max Dickman, turned over by Lasky. Now Dickman, back to the point there for Niehazel. Lost the puck on it, lost an edge, and Porzondik right now gingerly skidding up there with Gabriel Saline, as it looks like we're going to get a stop right here for the penalty, Reagan.
It's going to be interference on number 5, Andrew Porzondik, who'll go to the box to put Trine on their second power play of the night. They're 0 for 1 so far. Chippewas are 59, 470 on the penalty kill, 84% through the start of this campaign.
Reagan, if my stats are correct, they've only allowed 2 goals on their last 34 penalty kills. An excellent group out here, led by Ben Rychuk and freshman Aiden Gazdecki. And a quick face-off draw won by Gazdecki, moved up to Rychuk, and they'll clear this one out already. So 5:20 left to go in the second period. Trine will go to their second power play after the interference by Porzondik, and Trine has to reset in their own end.
Yeah, Chippewas' penalty kill has been rock solid as of late. They're 39 for their last, or they're 40 for their last, 47 on the campaign. They've had a really good hot stretch while the power play has been a little, has left a little bit wanting.
Looks like we have another call on the ice here.
It's going to be icing here against Trine on the power play with 1:27 to go in the Porzondik minor for interference. 4:53 to go here in period number 2.
Gazdecki will be replaced here with Kosnick. Rychuk will be replaced with Simon Selly. And they'll come back out here for the face-off draw. 1:27 left to go in Trine's second power play of the night. 4:53 left to go in the second period as Trine wins the draw. In his own end, skating gingerly up the wing is Bradley. Intended to pass there for Garber. The top group back out here for Trine on their power play. Garber had a goal there tonight and looking for a second. Goes wide. Back to the point for Bradley. Bradley back down low. Sends it in front. Blocked away there. Good job by Brendan Martin, the captain, to get in the passing lane. Trine still keeps it in the offensive zone, however. Bradley back to the point for Garber. Now back to the point once again. Met up there. Garber takes it away. Defensive stand by Kozik. Nice job to put his stick in that lane, and Garber has to retreat back to center. Now over the line, blue line. Moving in quickly, going wide as Garber once again takes a shot near side and blocked away by Thomas Rofe. And this one comes through to center ice. This one taken there by Gabriel Saline, intended to pass there through center, but it was intercepted a couple of times and rebounded through center. Trying with 30 seconds left to go on their power play.
Some great defensive work done by the Chippewas in the defensive zone, first to clear and then knock that puck away from the Trine player at the top of the slot.
Back to the point there for Dickman. Dickman back down low, quick shot near side, and Thomas Rofe says no on the shooter. Fogelsong tried to go pick the spot, glove side at the top of the left circle, and just didn't get anything high enough on Rofe, and he'll get the whistle with 14 seconds left in their power play. Central Michigan will get fresh bodies out there as Gazdecki will come in to take the draw with Lasky and Rychuk replacing Brendan and Christopher Martin. The Bruce brother defenders there for Central Michigan doing a great job on the penalty kill. Now with 8 seconds left in their power play, Trine tries to get back even in this game, down by 1 right now after Hayden Flynn and Justin McComas' goals, and Garber got them back within 1. Now Gazdecki tried to intercept one. Coming out of the box quickly here is Porzanic. Is a shot from the point taken there by Dickman, corralled by Rofe to get the whistle. 3:22 left in the second.
Yeah, Rofe's been put to the test a couple times on this power play, but nothing really super scary that Trine's been able to get on. They've had a couple of quality scoring chances, but Rofe, as usual, has kept his cool and been able to stand tall and make those saves when he's needed to, and it's been very good here so far.
McComas won the initial draw, taken away by Niehazel, who stood him up, and this one's met up for a couple of checks in front of the Trine bench. Not too many hard hits we've seen yet tonight, Reagan, but as we've seen throughout the year, Central Michigan can really turn on the physicality whenever they want to. As here comes Trine over the line there. Gabriel Saline trying to intend a pass for Dickman that was turned over at center, and it comes to free to Porzanic. Now turned over the other way. Moving quickly over the line is Niehazel. Takes a shot from the slide, and that one glove side on Rofe. He says no with another great save.
Yeah, good save to the low glove side on Thomas Rofe, which translates to the low right side as you're looking at it here. It's a great opportunity there by trying to work that 3-on-2. Both these teams do a lot of, they get a lot of odd man rushes, and a lot of the times it's shoot first, pass later. Seems to be the mentality of both these two squads.
Well, I'll tell you what, Reagan. I talked with assistant coach Dalton Sutherland earlier at practice this week, and he talked about all this week just getting more shots on the net. They were badly outshot in both games against Florida Gulf Coast, and it's one of their priorities to more get shots on net and just make it tough. As another shot taken there from the point, glove down, saw it the whole way. Rofe did from the shot attempt from Marquardt, and Reagan, to finish our point here, is they've really taken a lot more shots here on the netminder on Kennedy, even though they haven't been those high-quality chances.
Yeah, they have gotten a lot of shots on Kennedy, and what they need to do is really get some bodies out in front. On that shot from that left point there a couple of moments ago, Adam Hauptmann was right in the face of Thomas Rofe. Now look out, he's a 2-on-1.
2-on-1 here, turned over by Gibbs. Over the wing to Owen Campbell. Nice defensive stand by Nizala to get his stick in. Owen Campbell trying to send it in front for Gibbs. And now they tie up at the far side corners. Look out, we're going to have some more here pushing and shoving going on. We've got a Trine player down on the ice. That's Nizala down there. Getting in to help out was Gottschalk. And the referees are going to stop this one, and they're going to wait. We could see a penalty assessed here.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it's going to be on. There seem to be multiple players in on that scrum. It could be a hook on Trine or maybe an interference call on the Chippewas. We're still waiting as the referee is discussing with 3 Trine players down in the right wing corner and 1 for the Chippewas.
Looks like they're talking to Owen Campbell over there. They're going to assess this one, and it looks like Campbell is going to be the one that goes to the box, but it could also be an
They're
interference.
not going to give a hook to the Trine player? Okay.
Reagan, what were you seeing over there in the far side corner? We saw a player
Owen
down
Campbell
the ice.
was going to the corner.
That was Nizala now.
I saw the hook, and Nizala, I saw him hooking Owen Campbell. Campbell must have retaliated in the corner, drawing that penalty, but
Okay, so
well,
now
actually,
they're gonna,
okay, so they are going to send
now
Nizala.
they're going to send Max Nizala to the box. Both players caught up there. It looks like sort of a minor roughing, but nonetheless, it's going to cause, could be a 4-on-4 here. The faceoff will probably come back to the Chippewa zone. Players gather in front of the bench. Over there is Dalton Sutherland talking with his forward group with Christopher Martin, Isaac Gibbs, and Joey Simon Selly over there. They're going to talk about what they want to do here on this forward group. Dalton Sutherland, the assistant coach of this Chippewa team, one of the best players, if not the greatest goal scorer in Chippewa club hockey history. And you talk about forwards, and we talk about somebody goal scorers on this team, Jacob St. Andre, Isaac Gibbs, Jacob St. Andre, and really it starts on the bench there with that assistant coach, Dalton Sutherland. So face-off will come to Trine's zone here.
It will
2
be
minutes
a
on the board
4-on-4.
for 4-on-4 with 2:12 to go in the second. Chippewa's personnel will be Joey Simon Selly taking the draw. He'll have St. Andre out there with Gibbs and Christopher Martin. For Trine, taking this face-off draw will be Rhett Gulata out there along with Bryce Garber, and he'll have Matthew Bradley on the wing.
Nice job to knock down that puck in the at the right point there by St. Andre.
St. Andre couldn't keep it in, however, as Trine starts out on their break. Garber up the wing there, met up there and tied up with Sosinski, and they take a shot backhander. That just went wide, and this one comes to Rose at the near side half wall. Now taken away, turnover, quick shot there from the slide, and that one turned aside by Rofe. A nice stop there after the turnover in the offensive end.
Great block there by Joey Simon Selly coming across the shooting lane. There he goes to the bench, a little bit hurt as he is hunched over on the bench across the way. Meanwhile, play back in the Chippewa end. 2 all right, 1:28 to go here in the second.
St. Andre moved it to Christopher Martin. Starts with Porzanic to the wing for Gibbs. Gibbs stops on a dime. Juked the player out. Redirected by Martin a second time. And Kennedy had to dive and sit down for the stop with his left pad. As here comes Trine the other way now. Back to the line. Bradley to the point. Takes it there with God's shot. Tries to go wide there. It's Kucharski now. Back to the point once again there. Met up with Fogelsong to Bradley. Bradley leaves it there for Kucharski. Kucharski skates wide. Back to the point now. It'll be taken here by Fogelsong. Couple of tiptoe passes here. Trying gingerly, waiting for an opportunity. But nice job by Porzanic to take that one away, as losing an edge there was Fogelsong and left it there up the wing for Kucharski. Kucharski sends this one deep into the zone. 39 seconds to go in the second period of play. Still 2-1 in favor of Central Michigan. No goals scored in this second period so far. 19 seconds left on both of these assessed minor penalties for the 4-on-4. And it'll leave us with 9 seconds or so of 5-on-5. Sent in front here for a feed intended there. Comes back to Garber at the point, and that one taken away by Hopman. Now over the wing there. Taken by Fogelsong. Fogelsong down low. Tried to redirect one, and that one comes free to Nadu, who sent this puck the length of the ice. Skating in with 5 seconds left is Owen Campbell, trying to look for one more opportunity. He'll be fought off with the puck. One more shot attempt for Campbell. Takes it, and he's blocked in front there by a Trine defender. That was Hoffman. So as the period comes to a close, no score in the second period. A couple of good chances for both teams on the netminders, Kennedy and Rofe, but they say no through 20 minutes, and through 40, it's still 2-1 in favor of Central Michigan. As they'll head to the players' locker rooms, they'll take a break, and so will we, as we'll get you set for third period action here. Coming up is our second intermission report. Reagan Cleves will give you all the information you need to know, recap that period, and among other information, as we stay 2-1 here in favor of Central Michigan. You're listening live to Central Michigan Hockey here on CCHN.
Megan Cleaves back here inside the broadcast booth at Martin Ice Arena for the second intermission report, where after 2 periods of play, the Central Michigan Chippewas lead it by a score of 2-1. Nothing really much happened in that second period of play. No goals for either team. Shots on goal were 13-10 in favor of Trine, but both teams had some really good opportunities, including a Garber breakaway about halfway through that period where Thomas Rofe stood tall and used his glove side to stop Garber on that breakaway after he beat 2 Chippewas on the left side. Beat 2 Chippewas at the blue line. He was in all alone on Rofe, and the senior netminder for Central Michigan doing a good job to stop the breakaway there for Garber. Other than that, it's been pretty uneventful. Chippewas got conceded 2 different power plays in that second period. McComas and Porzondik went off at 2:03 and 14:33 respectively. Trine couldn't get anything going on those power plays, although they cycled and moved it well. It really didn't turn into anything for either squad. Chippewas didn't get a power play in that second period. They remain 0 for 1 on the night. Trine falls to 0 for 2. Again, shots on goal in that second period, 13-10. That brings the 2-period total to 29-20 in favor of the visitors. This has been a running thing for Central Michigan. They've been unable to get a lot of shots on, or they've been unable to outshoot their opponents in the last couple of games. They gave up an astounding 65 on last Friday against the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles before conceding almost 50 the following night. But it's been a rough last couple of games for Central Michigan on that shot board. Let's hope they can get that shot lead back here in this third period. Moving now to take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard for the Grand Rapids Griffins. They are in action tonight against the Chicago Wolves at Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. That will kick off at 8 p.m. Eastern Time here tonight. You can listen to that game on Wood Radio 106.9 FM, 1300 AM. Bob Kaiser will have the call for you from Allstate Arena. You can also watch on AHL TV, but you do have to get through a paywall on that one. The Griffins will again be in action tomorrow night in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to take on the Admirals, who they have had their number as of late. The Griffins have been doing a really good job against Milwaukee. Again, but all those games can be listened to on Wood Radio 1300 106.9 FM. Bob Kaiser has the call for you on that road trip. As for the Saginaw Spirit here, they've had a couple of games postponed the last couple of weeks. They are in action tomorrow against the Flint Firebirds from Dow Events Center. Puck drop is at 7:05 for that one. Joey Batena will have the call for you on the radio in the Saginaw area. Again, Firebirds and Spirit. Big rivalry game in the OHL kicking off tomorrow night. For the Detroit Red Wings, here as we swivel to look at the NHL, they are in action tonight at the Pittsburgh Penguins, 7 p.m. You can listen to that on 97.1 The Ticket if you are in the Detroit area, or you can watch on the NHL app or Bally Sports Detroit, and you can always listen to that on the NHL app as always. For the rest of the NHL here, it's going to be a long list here as we take a look at it and wait for the Wi-Fi to cooperate here at Martin Ice Arena. The Detroit has a good opportunity to take on a really good Pittsburgh Penguins team and try to get a win on the road at PPG Paints Arena. Well, looks like the NHL scoreboard is not going to cooperate with the Wi-Fi here at Martin Ice Arena, so that'll do it for our second intermission report. We'll step aside, but we'll be right back with puck drop for the third period, with the Chippewas leading 2-1 over the Trine Thunder.
Back inside, Martin Ice Arena getting set for the third period action. Both teams heading back out on the ice. Central Michigan right now ahead of Trine 2-1. Devin Serra joined with Reagan Cleves inside the booth here. And Reagan, a pretty uneventful second period compared to the first. That's where we saw 3 goals scored, including both of those from Hayden Flynn and Justin McComas, and then Bryce Garber's goal. But, you know, what a period, I guess, or what a job by Central Michigan to hold right now, not trailing so far for the first time in about 4 games.
Yeah, they've been doing a really good job snapping that streak of 5 straight games where they allowed the first goal, going all the way back to that last Michigan State game on November 20th. Since then, they let up the first goal in 5 straight, but they're doing a really good job tonight with Hayden Flynn getting his third of the campaign to kick off the scoring, and then Justin McComas getting in on a fluky goal from the right wing circle, and before Trine responded about 13 seconds later, and we've been at the same score ever since.
Real quick, we'll give you our third period keys. Reagan, what you got?
Well, I've got the Chippewas just need to lock down defensively, and they've got to get short shifts on from that bench. They're thin on the bench, and it'll really help them if they can have short shifts and keep the puck up ice. Now
Look out, here comes Owen Campbell over the line. Pickpocketed there by Aaron Russ to start the period. And back out the center, Isaac Gibbs will reset with it. Turned over quickly there by Matthew Bradley, and Bradley got pickpocketed himself, where it'll be Owen Campbell flipping it into the zone to Kennedy, and he'll move in to stop that one for Kennedy's whistle. And you talk about, you know, taking the short shifts, Reagan. We've talked about it all night. A couple of scratches for both teams, notably a lot of defensemen for the Central Michigan. But how about the defensemen stepping up here? St. Andre moved to defense in place of Charlie Hayes. And you talk about a guy that's been on the ice all night, Austin Ritter, really establishing his presence on the blue line as that go-to defenseman. Getting a couple shots on net and looking for his first of his ACHA career for Central Michigan.
Yeah, Austin Ritter, typically, he's in and out of the lineup, is really a fourth line guy that gets swapped in and out, but he's been doing a good job. Look out.
Garber over the line, shoots and goes blocker side, and he turns it away. Rofe did. What a chance there after the turnover. Sorry to cut you off, Reagan, but oh my goodness, Bryce Garber, an absolute nasty deke to get the shot on Rofe. Almost got them waving there for a second.
Yeah, and he had the far side wide open past Thomas Rofe. He was a little bit off his angle, but he chose to try to put it short side, and it ended up going off of Rofe's stick again for the second time tonight.
Look out, Nady's coming back the other way. Off the board, passes to himself, goes wide, tries to send it in front, and nobody home there. Goes hard to the boards there over the way with Mitch Dickman, and they have to set themselves up back to center. McComas takes it away for Baker, and a long stretch pass there. They've tried that a couple times tonight unsuccessfully. Porzonic was the intention there, and it's taken away by Kucharski, who sends it deep.
Yeah, good intercept by Kucharski to knock that puck out of the air as this goes for icing against the Chippewas here at the 1:22 mark of this third period. But Chippewas, it seems as of late, they've been trying to do a lot of stretch passes through the neutral zone, and especially against that Florida Gulf Coast team, it really wasn't working, and it seems to be continuing here tonight as a bit of a struggle for the Chippewas as some encroaching on the face-off circle across the way. Jay Nadeau taking baby steps back until the referee was like, okay, we'll commence things here.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and that quote came from Wayne Gretzky. I was going to say The Office, you know, thinking about...
I mean, Michael Scott did take credit for that one.
But yeah, I was looking for the pun there, but, you know, nonetheless, a lot of these attempts that you're talking about, Reagan, and Keelan Baker made a nice feed in the first game to Isaac Gibbs to get them back even on that stretch pass, and really establishing his... Oh, looking for the Michigan.
And
was that
Baker
Hauptman?
came in and lit him up behind the net.
Yeah, Hauptman was looking to go Michigan there on Rofe, and he knocks this netting off of its post there for the whistle. He's laughing coming back to the bench, and I would be too.
And I mean, it seems that everybody is now trying that now that Zegras and Svechnikov, it's become a pretty common thing in the NHL. We saw Jacob St. Andre try to do that in Florida in Game 1, and now behind the net, Trine tries to do it. That's certainly gives us a laugh up here in the booth.
Trevor Zegras scored an absolutely filthy Michigan goal the other night against the Montreal Canadiens.
And then Zegras is
And look
kinda
out,
patented
here's
his
Julian
own
Johnson over the line. Johnson has Kosnick over the way. Tries to get it back down low for Kosnick and gets taken hard to the boards there after he tried to get the centering feed from Johnson. A nice defensive stand by that Trine defenseman to get it in there. Now resetting is Martin. Chips this over the wing there for Johnson. Comes back to the point there, kept in by Marquardt, and he'll send this back down low there, intended the first pass for Celine. Taken away by Gazdecki, sends it up to Kosnick. The freshman pairings tying up there, and it comes to the far side corner. Martin once again has to fan this one out to center. And now Johnson chases in after it. Pursued after nice Zala of Trine, and Trine gets fresh bodies out on the ice to set up their shot. But they unsuccessfully puck this puck, flip it up to Gottschalk, who just tried to meet up with it in his skates, and it's cleared back the other way now, where Ritter will come off the ice and be replaced by Christopher Martin. St. Andre through center. Moves in with Simon Selly. Digs a couple of past one players. Will go wide with it. Looks in front for Wild, and Wild didn't see the shot. Rychuk came back to the point, intended to get it, and he couldn't keep it inside the zone. He comes free there for Gottschalk, and Gottschalk had to whiff aside a player, and him and Rychuk collide right in front of Central Michigan's bench. Gottschalk falling to the ice, gets back up. Good to see him. He took a weird fall against Rychuk, sort of catching up prematurely, not really intending to hit there. But nonetheless, we keep playing inside. 16-18 left to go in this third period of action. Central Michigan leads 2-1 right now after goals scored by Hayden Flynn, Justin McComas, and for Trine, it was Bryce Garber in the first. So scoreless in the second, looking for more in the third. Here's Trine now through center. Up the far side wing, moving in is Fogelsong alone. Takes a hard elbow there from St. Andre, and it comes back to the low slot. Nobody could handle it, however, as taking over was Simon Selly. Simon Selly starts up the wings with Isaac Gibbs with the speed. Quickly over the line. Simon Selly to the right circle. Will go wide, turn with it. Trying to get one to Gibbs, and Gibbs was fought off there by a Trine defender. Martin moves in, take it off the skate, and here comes on the way. It's Joshua Kucharski. Kucharski alone. Takes the shot. A nice block there off the skate of St. Andre to keep this one from getting to Roth.
That rush starts with Christopher Martin pinching down from the right point, trying to beat his man to the puck, and didn't work for him, and that gave Trine a golden opportunity 2-on-1. Now look out, side of the net.
Far side angle, no shot on Rofe. He went wide, and it comes back to the point. Clapper attempt there from Bumgardner. That one met up with a couple of players and went wide to the far side corner. Checked hard on the boards. McComas does on Wyatt Gottschalk, and that's going to cause a penalty here, possibly to McComas, as Gottschalk is still down on the ice right now on his knees. 15:09 left to go in the third. Central Michigan changes.
That's a dangerous play there.
He will go to the box. It's actually Isaac Gibbs, taking that check on Gottschalk. He met up with him at the end boards, and Gottschalk really just got rammed home. So with 15:09, Trine's going to go to their third power play of the night, 0 for 2 so far, and a good chance here for them to get even. Now the personnel assessed here for Central. They'll get their top kill group back out here. It'll be Lasky with Gazdecki, Rychuk, and Keelan Baker out there as the defensive forwards. Personnel assessed for Trine will be Gottschalk out there taking the draw against Gazdecki. He'll have Hoffman on the wings out there along with Garber.
Chippewas 60 for 71 on the campaign, looking to continue a hot streak they've had for lately in this season.
Gazdecki is sent out of the circle, and Rychuk takes it. Taken over here by Garber, trying to go backhand short side. It's still loose in front. A couple of times it rebounds, and finally trickles wide, or Keelan Baker will send this the length of the ice.
Really good job there by Thomas Rofe to keep his cool, stretching out those pads to knock that puck away. 1:44 to go in the Gibbs penalty.
Garber, looking for a second right, has been all over the ice on the forecheck, and try to go that one as a deep clapper taken by Lasky there, handled by Kennedy, and he'll leave it there to direct traffic. Gazdecki moving in to pursue. Now Rychuk on the back check, pursuing over Garber. Checks him hard, takes him down to the ice on the skates, and spinning around is Rychuk trying to get his feet under him. And now Gottschalk moves quickly over the line. Leaves it there for Hoffman. Back to the point for Bradley. Takes a shot from the blue line, and that one's easily saved there off of Ross Rister. And with 1:14 to go, we'll get a stop.
Apologize for the technical difficulties here, but it was a good shot there by Trine in on that offensive zone rush there with 1:14 to go in the Gibbs minor penalty. 2-1 Chippewas lead, hanging on to a 1-goal lead here. They were in this situation, or much similar to this against Florida Gulf Coast on Friday the 21st. where they ended up giving up 2 third-period goals before having to come back in that game. Now look out, here's Jacob Kosnick.
Kosnick quickly over the line, goes to the slot, tries to evade 3 trying defenders, and is sent wide to the far side corner. On the near side, and now he'll tie up with 2 trying defenders, trying to poke it free. St. Andre waits at the boards, Porzanic trying to see if he gets cleared. He'll get help there from a couple of players, and Central Michigan's bench is fired up, killing off a lot of time on this power play.
Yes.
Now up the wings, here comes over the line quickly, there is Hoffman. Met up there with Bradley, tried to evade 2 Central defenders, Martin and Porzanic, and he ran into the goaltender, Rofe, as he falls down hard onto the end boards.
I really think that's just incidental contact. Chippewa's bench jumped up out of that, but he wasn't trying to bump over Rofe, but Christopher Martin kind of drove him into falling over Rofe. It's good to see that he is okay as Hauptmann skates away, hopefully unscathed, but nothing to be mad about there if you're the Chippewas. A harmless play that mainly incidental.
Top penalty kill group back out here for the Chippewas with 30 seconds left in it. Brendan Martin clapped this one, reamed around the boards there, and not able to keep it in is Dickman as it comes free all the way to Kennedy. Gazdecki pursues in, killing off more time. Great penalty kills so far through 3 of them for Central Michigan. Looking to keep trying for 0 for 3 on this power play. This top group only able to get 1 shot off of Bryce Garber's stick. And now moving in quickly, stopping on a dime there is Marquardt. Left it there over the wing for Dickman. Now a shot on net from Fogelsong that just went wide, reamed short side. Now back to the point there. Trying players
Chippewa's
tagging up
back
here.
to full strength.
Trying to get the power play going. It ends there as Gibbs comes out of the box to pursue. Trying, not able to get a shot on net there on Rofe in the last 30 seconds, and it finally comes free all the way back down, where it's going to be whistled now for an icing. This will come back off the stick of Austin Ritter. So 12:52 left to go in this third period of play. Central leads 2-1, and a great penalty kill once again from their top groups. Aiden Gazdecki, Ben Rychuk, Simon Selly have been all over the ice, killing off time in these power plays. So Gazdecki will stay on the ice, take the face-off draw. He'll have out there Isaac Gibbs on his wings, and he'll go up against none other than number 19, Joshua Kucharski. Gazdecki won the draw, got it to Martin, flipped it up the wing to center ice, and Brian Rychuk skidded in there after the missed pass. Now tries to reset with it. Rychuk moves in again to evade a couple of defenders there, leaves it there for Christopher Martin. Goes cross ice for Marty. Up the wing to Gibbs. Taped over his stick and came all the way free to the far side boards. Trying to start out the rush here, and they do. Quickly over the line, here comes Evan Sasinski. He's got God's shot, quick shot, and that one, a great save by the goaltender, Rofe, to stop that one short side.
Great play by Baker to get that through, to get in that passing lane, lay down that stick, and knock that puck into the corner off that pass, but as Trine played it with a high stick, draw will be back in the Trine end here with 12:09 to go here in period number 3.
You know, I called that a premature save on Rofe, and I apologize for that, audience, but the way Rofe plays, he plays so aggressive when this stuff comes to the low slot area. We know him as such a calm guy, but doing everything he needs to keep everything from his inside edges and keeping everything from going short side, and they've tried that area a couple of times, Reagan.
Yeah, and Thomas Rofe has always been a really good goaltender with that goal paddle, able to get
Look
it
out
out.
here, St. Andre, quick shot from the slot, off the blocker, and it comes free behind the net. This one evaded by Kennedy now, trying to reset him in his own post. A great save by Kennedy off the stick of St. Andre. St. Andre kept it in the zone, but flipped it up into the netting for a stop after he tried to keep it deep into the zone.
Yeah, and on that play for St. Andre was generated by the fact that Trine kind of flocked that puck along the half wall on the near side, and it left. And once St. Andre was able to fish that puck out of there, he had wide open real estate in front of him. He was able to walk in and fire a shot. And it looked like Kennedy didn't really have, he didn't really pick that up off of the stick of St. Andre, and it really just kind of hit his blocker inadvertently and went wide. Now look out right off the draw. Good keep there by Martin.
Back to the slot. Isaac Gibbs takes a shot, just missed it. Far side, trying to go the glove on Kennedy. Comes back to the point for Martin, trying to send his deep off the boards intentionally in front for Gibbs. Trying to get it to Campbell and stretching the glove to settle that one down was Kennedy to have none of it. An intentional keep there from the boards to Gibbs. Great job by Christopher Martin to set up that play.
Yeah, Martin doing a really good job at the point with St. Andre here in this hockey game.
And Gibbs just missed that, Reagan, far side.
About 2 inches wide, and Great opportunity there for the Central Michigan freshman. Puck is free across the way.
Isaac Gibbs, the freshman from Novi, Michigan, leads Central Michigan's goals and points totals this season. And he's been all over the ice, and here he is on the turnover. Quick shot from the high slot, blocked away there in front there by the defender. That was getting in the shooting lane, Niehazel, and we'll get a whistle here for a player down. That was Gabriel Celine.
It's going to be a penalty here. It's going to be a roughing call. See who it's on. It looks like it's going to be on Campbell again. So Campbell's going to head to the box for the second time tonight to put Trine on the power play here at the 8:57 mark of this third period. And Devin, this will be the fourth opportunity for the Thunder on the man advantage.
Yeah, this will be Central's 73rd penalty kill of the year, roughly, and they've stopped about 84% of all these penalty kills this year. And nonetheless, this faceoff's going to come back out to center ice as they'll get the top group back out here with Gazdecki. Simon Selly will be out there. Actually, they're going to come off the ice here. It'll be Isaac Gibbs. We're going to get two incidental minors here to Owen Campbell and number 26, Evan Fogelsong, as they make this a 4-on-4 now, Reagan. So no power play here for Trine. They've gone 0 for 3 so far tonight, and not going to get one here, but we'll go back to 4-on-4 as kept it in the zone there. It's taken over as Sisinski. Tried to go in front there for a feed to Dickman. Comes free to the far side there for Kucharski. Kucharski couldn't get a shot off. Kucharski now resets, turns wide. Back down low there, intended for Sisinski. Didn't take the shot. Pursued in front by Lasky. Back to the point for Bumgardner. Bumgardner sent it deep intentionally off the boards and tried to meet it for Sisinski. Now it's taken over here by Lasky after Baker took away the passing lane intended there for Marquardt. Comes free to Trine's own end. Central Michigan gets fresh bodies off the ice. They're going to send back out there number 71, Jay Nadeau, number 4, Owen Camp, or St. Andre, and Christopher Martin as Trine resets in their own end. Up the wing. Here's Gottschalk. Gottschalk lost it, pursued over Christopher Martin. He'll go D-to-D there with Porzanic and up the center ice through Nadeau. Couple of great passing here to enter the zone. Porzanic takes a shot far top of the dots, and that one's easily gloved down by Kennedy, and he says no.
Yeah, good job there by Porzanic and Nadeau to work up the ice 2-on-2. They played catch at the neutral zone with Nadeau initially feeding Porzanic at the defensive blue line before Porzanic gave it back and received the puck at the far blue line of the Trine end. Here's you get a good opportunity there on Kennedy with 50 seconds to go in the 4-on-4.
Much cleaner passing from Central Michigan here late in this game. 9:45 left to go in this third period. 39 seconds to go in the coincidental minor penalties. We stay 4-on-4. This one comes all the way back to Trine's end for an icing. And you talk about working in deep, Reagan. It's something they really didn't get a whole lot of in that Florida Gulf Coast game, but I've noticed just the passing has been much more crisp here late in the third.
Yeah, it also helps that they're playing a good team. This isn't to discredit Trine, but Florida Gulf Coast was just a much more physical hockey team, and they were able to dominate the passing lanes and be able to knock passes away from the Chippewas. Now look out 3-on-2.
Matthew Bradley up the wing there, intended with Jackson Mayer, trying to take the shot near side, and Rove said no, the initial one. He's got it under didn't see it under his right pad, and I saw the referees give him the whistle. He didn't necessarily have it anywhere controlled in his pads, but nonetheless, they give him the whistle there. It was Nizala working up the wing there with Bradley,
Yeah, dangerous opportunity there for the leading goal scorer for Trine University, Matthew Bradley. He's listed as having 48 points on the ACHA website, but look out, here's
Isaac Gibbs on a 2-on-1 up the wing. Looking to work it in alone. He'll take a shot himself and right into the chest protector of Kennedy. Tried to look that pickpocket sort of short side and just sent it straight into the Trine logo of Kennedy.
Yeah, something the Chippewas need to work on here going forward as we hit the latter part of this season is not to initially look shot first on those 2-on-1s. He had Christopher Martin wide open on the left side, but neglected to see him. And
look out, over the line quickly here is Eden Hoffman, taken away there by Isaac Gibbs. Comes free to the low side, and Brendan Martin has to retreat that one. Look out, here's a shot from the right circle off the blocker. Save in front, rebound as it's flipped up out of the air, down, settled down. As look out, here's a break for Owen Campbell. Owen Campbell on a one-on-one, goes backhand, shoots, he scores! Forehand, backhand, it goes end-to-end. Owen Campbell scores to make it 3-1 Central Michigan.
That's a great play by Owen Campbell to not only beat his man, but that comes off of a great scoring chance for Trine in the other end. A puck popped up high in the air. It was knocked down by a high stick, making sure that Trine couldn't touch the puck next. The Chippewas ended up picking up the puck, throwing it out of the zone, and Owen Campbell beats his man to the puck, and he's in all alone. He drew Kennedy all over to the right and slid it past him on the left, and the Chippewas at 1:12 or 11:12 of this third period lead it 3-1.
Owen Campbell gets his 5th goal of the season and really just poked that far of the blocker side or glove side of Kennedy. What a goal by Owen Campbell. Played under Coach Tyler Cataline at Jackson Lemon Christi High School. And you talk about a forward that's been looking to get back on the scoring sheet, Reagan, and a plethora of scoring from unusual characters here for Central.
Yeah.
Flynn, McComas, and Owen Campbell make it 3-1 in favor of Central Michigan with just 8:25 left to go in the game.
Yeah, and for Campbell, that's his 5th goal of the campaign. So he's been looking to get back on that score sheet after a pretty lengthy scoring drought, but he did a really nice job on that goal, taking advantage of the opportunity given. There's a penalty coming up here. Can't tell who it's against. It's tied up in the corner, and whistle is blown. Oh, look out.
Look out. We got some extras here. It's pushing in there. Is that Austin Ritter in there? Pushing in the near side corner. He's tied up there with number 19, Joshua Kucharski. Referee's got his hand up with his arm. They're going to wait to assess it. It's Aiden Gazdecki in there. And they're probably going to send them both off here, Reagan.
Well, maybe. And Kosnick got his helmet ripped off in that scrum, although he wasn't really much of a part of it to begin with. So Gazdecki's to the box. There was an initial penalty coming. Not sure who it's going to be on. It looks like it's going to be on Kosnick. So the Kosnick's going to get the initial minor. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it a 5-on-4 here with those 2 penalties after the whistle.
Well,
although the way they've been doing it, it might be a 4-on-3 here.
They're going to send Jacob Kosnick to the box as well, Reagan. So it looks like they could give either an incidental minor penalty to both him and Kucharski, or they'll give a 5-on-3, or they could just give it to Kosnick.
So the initial penalty was on Kosnick.
And they're going to give it. Yeah, they're going to give it to Kosnick.
Okay.
Right, the initial penalty. So going to the box here will be Jacob Kosnick. Trine will go to their 4th power play of the night, and sitting in there will be Gazdecki for the rough up in the far corner. So Trine down by 2 goals with 7:57 to go. Needs to get back within 1 here late in this third period, and they're going to get a chance in this power play. And they're going to be missing their notable penalty killer here, Aiden Gazdecki, who plays on this top penalty kill group with Simon Selly, Rychuk, and St. Andre. And replacing him will be Jay Nady to take the draw. So Nady, unusually on the power play, will take over. Rychuk, notable penalty kill to skate in. Quick shot from Garber, shoots, he scores! Garber from the top of the right circle goes blocker side on Rofe, and they get instantly back within 1 here. It's 2-3 in favor of Central.
Yeah, that one hit the the near post on Rofe, and that's a power play goal for Trine, but that's their first goal in 4 opportunities. Chippewas continuing a good penalty kill, but that one's just a lucky shot there from Garber, hitting the left post and into the back of the net. Kosnick hops down to the penalty box, so we'll return to 5-on-5 hockey here.
Bryce Garber will get his 18th of the season, has scored earlier in this game in the first period. As look out, here's Owen Campbell starting up with a player here. Over there is number 26, Evan Fogelsong, and they're going to whistle this one out, and they're going to send Owen Campbell off to the box here.
Yeah, he leaned in, probably talking some smack, probably getting himself in unsportsmanlike conduct, and that is what the referee signals.
Man, that is not what you want to see here from Central, who just let up a power play goal.
There's going to be a penalty here on Fogelsong. So Fogelsong is going to go to the box as well here.
It'll be a 4-on-4 here. Faceoff will come in front of Trine's bench, and they're going to assess personnel. Johnson skated prematurely onto the ice, trying to assess what was going on there. Central maybe wanting a power play for some reason there, but Nonetheless, they're going to send them both off as Trine and Central both have 2 players in the box right now serving coincidental penalties, as it's Gazdecki, Kosnick, Fogelsong, and Gottschalk. As here now is inside the Trine zone. Central trying to set up shot, but it's turned over quickly here. Matthew Bradley skates through center. Has Gottschalk, who came on the ice. He wasn't serving that in coincidental minor up the wing, but he got it turned away there by St. Andre. Nice job by him to send Bradley on the retreat. Bradley has to wait for it back. They'll wait for any kind of rush here. Bradley took that one away, but it was Christopher Martin getting in the stick lane, and Isaac Gibbs flipped this one the length of the ice to reset. So 4-on-4 once again, the 3rd time in this 3rd period already. And look out, here joining the rush here is Bryce Garber, looking for his 3rd, trying to go for the hat-trick, goes wide on Rofe, and he says no with the glove side. He tried the wraparound right there, and Rofe saw it the whole way.
Rofe doing a really good job there to move from his right to his left and seal that post on the far side. On that wraparound there by Garber, who, as you said, is bidding for the hat trick.
Keelan Baker flips this one, but it's met up there off the body of Dickman. Excuse me. Not always perfect. 6:36 left to go in this 3rd period. Hard check by Nadu right in front of us here on the defenseman, Aaron Rust. As look out. Over the line is Porzondik with Nadu on the 4-on-4. Trine gets the puck back off the blade of Dickman. He'll funnel this one back out to center, where it's scooped up there by Hoffman. Hoffman sends this one deep to the slot for Sasinski in a 1-goal game. 6:15 left to go. 2 periodic goals here as Rofe gloves it down from Bryce Garber and none other. Stoppage of play
happens
here.
to everybody.
It does happen to everyone. The sneeze. Excuse me. I've got the sniffles here. Maybe I should look out here. You never know.
I mean, it's a bit cold in here. I always get a runny
it is
nose.
Very chilly rink. Yes.
When I'm in the cold, so
a very chilly rink indeed.
Rolls in on Rofe.
So when I was finishing my point was Owen Campbell, Bryce Garber getting the goal. We've seen that now the 2nd time, Reagan, where within 12 seconds or 20 seconds or so of both goals, both teams getting an exchange here. The first one was McComas and Garber, and then Campbell and Garber is look out. Tripped up there with Simon Selly. No call on the ice as Bradley takes a shot from the point. That's blocked in front by Simon Selly. Look out. Here they come on the rush. Joined up there with Isaac Gibbs over the line. Simon Selly takes the shot, and that one just went wide, far side. Kept in there, sent in deep by St. Andre on the clapper. What a chance by Simon Selly.
Yeah, great chance by Simon Selly. He almost got caught with the linesman as Chippewa took a Trine player down across the way as 4-on-4 has come to an end now. Look out, trying to intercept the puck at center ice.
Look out, Bradley on a 1-on-2. He's got Gottschalk with him. Goes forward, backhand, shoots, and Rofe's got it underneath his pad. Man, Bradley thought he had it the whole way, had his hands up in celebration, but Rofe says no with that low pad. What a stop.
Great save by Thomas Rofe there on the leading goal scorer for the Thunder. He was able to seal up the pad. He kind of lifted his stick off the ice, left that 5-hole open for a little bit, and Bradley tried to go 5-hole, but Rofe was able to seal that weakness up.
Nadu takes a check from Beck, sending up the cross-ice feed from McComas, who missed it, and Trine sent this one all the way back where Lasky met up with it. Has to shovel this one back to Baker where it's met up there. Porzonic takes over, and he'll give this puck wings, and it sends all the way back to center ice with Rust coming through to the blue line. Taken over by Baker once again off the boards. Tried an inboard pass to McComas that was intercepted there by Fogelsong, and it comes all the way back now. Trying to set up an offensive chance here with 4:50 left to go in this game. Matthew Beck now in the corner, tied up with McComas. Getting in there to help over there was Celine there. He's met up with Jay Nadu, and back to the point, a shot attempt there from Niehazel at the top of the left dots, and that one goes off a stick of Nadu up and over the netting and for a stoppage of play.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a miscommunication in the defensive zone there. Keelan Baker and Jane Nadu, each one thought the other was going to get that puck as it laid to the right of Rofe, and that led to Trine getting a good opportunity in the offensive end. Good job by the Chippewas to get it right off the draw.
Kosnick will push this back out to Trine's own end, and Julian Johnson will chase in to pursue. Dickman ties up with his D-men, turned it over to Johnson. Johnson takes a shot from the slot, and that one's gloved down by Kennedy. Had to make the really quick stop there.
And Kennedy
Johnson looking for his 2nd goal in as many games, and That one, Kennedy's a little bit roughed up there. He's got his glove off right now on the ice.
Yeah, that shot got him up in the head and neck area, and he, unlike Thomas Rofe, does not wear a plastic dangler that goes and hangs below the point of the goaltending mast, and that can happen to a lot of goaltenders who don't wear that dangler, much like Tuukka Rask in the NHL, where those pucks can get up underneath and hit your neck, and it looks like he is okay as play resumes.
Kennedy, the freshman goaltender for Trine, has been stout this season. As look out over the line here is Adam Hopman. Great stand by Ritter to take his skates away, but it's still kept in by Trine. Moving in there was Kucharski to take over. Austin Ritter gets back up on his feet, helps out Gazdecki, but it comes back to the top of the slot. Quick shot there off the stick of Marquardt, saved by Rofe, and it's rebounded to the near side corner. Now back to the point. Once again, Marquardt takes the shot, and Rofe sees it the whole way for the glove stop.
Yeah, a bit of roughhousing going on in the left corner there as number 19, Joshua Kucharski, got into it with Julian Johnson in the left corner. Everybody came out of that okay, and nobody's tempers flared there, so we remain 5-on-5, 3:49 to go here in period 3. Great job there by Simon Selly to win the draw, but as he clears at the length of the ice, it's going to be icing, as one of the Chippewa players yelled good from the bench, trying to troll the referee and maybe negating that icing call.
Joey Simon Selly, the fifth-year senior from Bensenville, Illinois. One of three of the former Buzzin line that we talked about in the season. Isaac Gibbs, Joey Simon Selly, and Jacob St. Andre. Joey Simon Selly, always dangerous and present on that faceoff. So now Gottschalk tried to move it through center, intercepted by St. Andre, who keeps it for Gibbs. Gibbs look out on the break, moves one defender aside, takes the shot for the left circle and just rimmed it wide. Great chance there, Isaac Gibbs moving in. Yeah. Now Simon Selly takes over.
Yeah, Isaac Gibbs doing a great job to get around the defense there, but his shot went to the blocker side of Kennedy as the Chippewas fire this down the length of the ice, icing the obvious call, and it will be made with 3:05 left, but Isaac Gibbs doing a great job not only to get around one defender, but then to get around the other, and as he worked into the left circle, trying, despite the fact that they let him get past him, did a good job of forcing him to the outside and taking away the angle that he had to shoot on Kennedy, and giving Kennedy an easier save.
Well, Campbell flips this one out to center, not able to be kept in by Trine. Taking over there at center ice was Fogelsong, and he'll move this. Intercepted by Campbell, another great intercept. He'll wait for it as Trine looks to set up something here on their own end. As Aaron Ross takes it. Cross ice feed there over the way, and that's Fogelsong moving in. He'll chip this one through center. Losing a stick there over there was Adam Hopman in front of the central bench.
He got caught up in Simon Selly's
to get a new
skate.
stick. Taking over through center here. Here's once again Fogelsong moving in. 1-on-4 here. Dingles one player, takes a shot and sent it high on Rofe, and he caught that one quickly, sort of catcher baseball style there to get the stop. 2:20 left to go in this game, and folks will look and give you information on if they pull the goaltender. Kennedy, Reagan, you'll be watching that one.
I will, and in fact, they might be taking him off right now, or is Trine taking a timeout? Yes, they are. Timeout on the ice. We will take one as well. We've got 2:20 left here in the third period of play. Central Michigan trying to hold on to a one-goal lead here late in the third. You're watching CMU Hockey on CCHN.
Back with you here in Martin Ice Arena with 2:20 left to go in this third period of play. Central Michigan on top right now, 3-2, trying to hold on against Trine. And you and I, Reagan, were talking a little bit as that short break happens. And you'll get an ad read for us.
Yeah, if you're looking for game reports, stats, schedules, and more, take a trip to cmichicehockey.com. There you can find those and much more, including player information, recruiting information, apparel, and more. That's cmichhockey.com.
Great job on that, by the way. That was a quick one. As here comes trying to set up the offensive chance. Quick shot from the top of the point.
Good active
Rebounded
stick there by Thomas Rofe to poke that puck away to the corner.
Now back down low, fed in front there. Blocked in front by Christopher Martin using the body.
That is empty too, all right.
Here goes Kennedy to the box. 6-on-5 for Trine. Trying to keep it in. Owen Campbell won that scrum. He'll try to beat out True Dine defenders and doesn't do it. Bryce Garber has 2 goals tonight. Has to retreat to avoid the offside, and he'll flip this back into central zone. Simon Selly chases it out to the far corner. The empty. And it's empty. Here's the empty netter. Shot attempt there from St. Andre that just went wide. It's going to ream back for an icing. Attempting there. 1:36 to go. And very quick 6-on-5 there after the coach for Trine, Zach Sense, called Kennedy off the bench. They're going to keep him off there. And the faceoff draw is going to be taken here by Gottschalk against Simon Selly. The biggest one of the game coming up here.
6-on-5 here for Central Michigan. It's a de facto power play for Trine, but the Chippewas do a great job.
This one goes late to the ice, just wide of the net, as it was Isaac Gibbs trying to send this one on the empty netter. So it'll come back once again. Great face-off win there by Simon Selly to get it over to Gibbs at the wing. Or actually, that might have been Christopher Martin taking that shot. But nonetheless, face-off will come to the same exact spot this time, as we're going to get a timeout here. This one's going to be called by head coach Tyler Cataline.
Yeah, so, Devin, what do you think Chippewas are talking about here in this timeout?
Well, Reagan, you and I were talking in that break, and we mentioned how a lot of times when this puck gets caught up in these corners, Central more times than not is winning those battles, primarily because when they bring the numbers there, they look to control the puck as rather just to shovel it out quickly. And usually when it's a Trine player pursuing in there, they take a golf whack swing at it, and that doesn't sound very technical or sophisticated, but when you're talking about little details on the ice like that add up and lead to offensive chances or a play that doesn't set up, that's what they're talking about. So they're probably looking at, if you don't win this face-off draw, try and help your goaltender to maybe block a shot, but pursue Trine players closely. They've done a great job of taking away the passing lanes, really getting their sticks in there. Rydchuk's done a great job with the poke checks, Simon Selly, all these defenders, and the last 10 seconds of the game now is going to be the biggest face-off draw here. Or I saw 10 seconds. I don't know why I said that. It's 1:29. They put it on the board. I was like, oh my goodness, that's quick.
Yeah,
but the biggest face-off draw coming up here. Gottschalk against Simon Selly, Reagan, and we'll see what they do. They win the draw. Quick shot there, blocked in front. Rebound chance in front. And Skimmer's wide, and getting in there was Simon Selly to poke it from the empty netter. He scores! That one was Owen Campbell getting the shot off, and he gets the empty netter to make it 4-2. Campbell second of the night, and that'll just about wrap it up here. Owen Campbell with his second.
Yeah, Campbell with his second on the night, 6th of the campaign at 18:41. A great shot from the near half boards right in front of us. Yeah, but the left up the right point of the Central Michigan, or the left point of the Central Michigan zone, flinging it the length of the ice, and it looks like Kennedy at the top of his crease might try to go once again.
Tell you what, Christopher Martin really kept this play from developing after the face-off win. They took a shot, was blocked in front, and Christopher Martin was in there to just shovel this one out of the way of Rofe after the rebound. So 4-2 here in the third period after Owen Campbell's empty netter. 57 to go on the clock, and Central Michigan's going to look to ice this one as Isaac Gibbs sends this the length of the ice. This one will be whistled for the icing, and not enough credit given to this shortened Central Michigan group that's had to play both ways of the ice all night. A lot of forwards stepping up on the defensive end. Christopher Martin, Jacob St. Andre, Austin Ritter. The supporting cast really did their job tonight, and they're looking to ice this with 49 to go.
Yeah, it's a really good job by the Chippewas backup defensive core.
As Isaac Gibbs sends this one another one. They'll give him another icing here as Sutherland's looking at Gibbs like, why are you chipping that out so quickly?
Yeah, they had an opportunity to go the length of the ice, maybe generate some offensive time and get a change here, as it's been the same group since that timeout for Central Michigan.
Central looking to go to 10-3, 0-3 on the season. Has another quick shot from the low
there
slot
by
there.
Gibbs.
Blocked in front. All these players getting in front of Rofe all night long. And it'll be Simon Selly out there with Christopher Martin. Up the wing with St. Andre, just barely offside with St. Andre. And it'll cause a face-off to come back to Trine Thunder. What a job by Central all night, though. They've led pretty much the entire way of this game, Reagan. And when the pressure was on from Trine, they stood tall. Rofe made a couple of great saves. And when the penalty kill needed to step up, they did.
Yeah, and this is a great win for Central Michigan, assuming Trine doesn't score twice in the next 30 seconds. But Chippewas have struggled a little bit of late. They dropped 5 of the last 6 available points, only getting a tie against Florida Gulf Coast here with 10 seconds left.
After going winless in their last 3, Central Michigan comes back on home ice to take the first of this weekend series against Trine. 4-2 here. Central Michigan wins it on home ice. Thomas Rofe gets the save and the win here. Goal scored by Owen Campbell. Bryce Garber on Trine's side. Justin McComas. How about Hayden Flynn getting his third of the season? And the whole supporting cast did their job with a shortened group here tonight. Final score here from Martin Ice Arena, 4-2 in favor of Central Michigan. We'll step aside and give you the postgame report presented by CMHIceHockey.com here live as Central takes this one, leading the whole way against Trine University. Final score 4-2. Stay with us. You're listening live to Central Michigan Hockey on CCHN. Hello, everybody. Back with you inside Martin Ice Arena after the final score here, 4-2 in favor of your Central Michigan Chippewas tonight. Reagan, the whole supporting cast did their job tonight, and a lot of goals scored by unusual goal scorers and Justin McComas, Hayden Flynn, and how about Owen Campbell having 2 tonight? Really an all-around great performance from this Central Michigan team that came tonight with needing a much-needed win after a tough Florida Gulf Coast series.
Yeah, this was a much-needed win for Central Michigan. They ended up the last 3 games, they only got 1 point out of the 6 available, and this was a must-win game for Central Michigan. They're playing another top 10 opponent in the Trine Thunder, and they come out strong. Hayden Flynn getting that goal to kick things off around the 7-minute mark of that opening period before Justin McComas added on another fluky one from the right wing circle that hit his defensive stick before popping up in the air and behind Kennedy. And then from there, Trine was able to come back twice and bring themselves back within 1, but they never got back even with Central Michigan after that Hayden Flynn goal. And this was a must-win game for Central Michigan, and they did just that.
Absolutely great in all facets of the game. We'll give you our key players to watch recap, as it was Matthew Bradley and Wyatt Gottschalk not getting on the board. Central Michigan shutting down 2/3 of that top group with Garber, who got 2 goals tonight, Bryce Garber, but nonetheless it came late in the game when they were trailing, and Central really holding on to that top group. And we talked about one of the keys to the game, Reagan, was really keeping that top group from getting anything going. They kind of got in on the power play and made a couple of good chances to make it tough on the goaltender Rofe, but he did his job. Every group stepped up when they needed to when the defensemen were down. How about Jacob St. Andre, Austin Ritter, all of these unfamiliar faces that we don't get to give too much recognition to for the successful season so far for Central, but a great all-around win for them as they did everything they needed to on the penalty kill and much more.
Yeah, not to mention that, but also Central Michigan was playing with a short bench all night. They had 6 guys out, and a lot of them were defensemen. They had 3 key defensemen out: Kyle Chapman, Charlie Hayes, and Keegan Moore, who would be their backup defenseman, who would move down first from the forward line. But both Jacob St. Andre, who was shifted back, did a phenomenal job playing out from his usual position here tonight.
Central Michigan will improve to 10 wins, 3 losses, and 3 ties on the season. Trine will fall to 15 wins and 8 losses on the season. And coming off 6 straight wins now, this is the first game they've dropped since that span. And going back on home ice tomorrow, Trine will need to look to rebound after what's been a tough last, I would say, not tough, but a successful last 10 games for them. But against a top foe, this is the best opponent they've played since Lawrence Tech all the way back in October. So it's going to be a tall order for them tomorrow to get anything going.
That'll be a tall order for them, but they have shown they can do it. They've played some really good opponents. As you mentioned, they beat top 10 Notre Dame and a couple of really good programs earlier this season, and Central Michigan can't get too lackadaisical with this win here tonight. It's going to be a tough contest tomorrow.
Time now to give you our 3 stars of the game presented by MCHC.com. And I've got the 3rd star right now tonight. I'll give it to Owen Campbell. Got 2 goals tonight, was a presence all over the forecheck, and made a nice move late in that 3rd period to put them up 3-1 after skidding in on a 1-on-1 chance. Owen Campbell also got the empty netter, and he has now 6 on the campaign this season, Reagan. What a job by him. You've got the 2nd star.
Now, Owen Campbell did a really nice job. 2nd star goes to Garber, who had those 2 goals for Trine here tonight. He played very well, providing all of Trine's offense, not all of their scoring chances, but he did a really good job getting those 2 goals.
Yeah, and finally I have the top star of the night for us is none other than Thomas Rofe, the goaltender for Central Michigan. Another strong performance. Trine officially outshot Central in this game. We do not have the official shot totals for you yet at the end of this one, but we can tell you it was a pretty large margin by at least 8 or so. So Thomas Rofe, another great performance tonight, stood tall all night, especially on the penalty kill, when, I'll tell you what, that penalty kill group should get an entire 1st star themselves. Yeah. I mean, Aiden Gazdecki, Ben Rychuk, Joey Simoncelli were all over the ice tonight, clearing pucks away from him, blocking shots in front. But Thomas Rofe came out big when he needed to, especially late there when we almost saw Matthew Bradley top the game.
Yeah, he's been very good the last 3 games. He stopped over 100 shots in 2 nights on that Florida trip, and then he comes back with a solid performance here tonight, only allowing 2 goals, and he played extremely well here tonight. Taking a look at the next game for Central Michigan, that will be tomorrow against Trine. We are unsure of the time. It's been listed at 7:45 and 5, so take a look at our Twitter early tomorrow. We'll get that game day tweet out for you probably before noon if either of us wakes up on time, Devin.
Right.
But we will have the official game time for you by then. It'll be just me on a radio call tomorrow for CCHN, and we'll go live about 25 minutes before scheduled puck drop.
Absolutely. You can catch Reagan on the call from Thunder Ice Arena tomorrow to close out the weekend series here between Central Michigan and Trine University. As for our entire crew here at CCHN, for Sammy Hutter, Reagan Cleves, myself, Devin Stera, for the media team, Tristan Hagenstein with the photography, Joe Laser on the social media sticks for them, and our entire supporting cast here, we thank you for listening to this production and watching this production of CCHN Central Michigan D3 hockey here tonight. Final score 4-2 in favor of Central Michigan. This has been a presentation of CCHN and the media team. So long, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow from Thunder Ice Arena.